Listen. Do you hear it?
Listen, for all there is to hear is quieter than a single snowflake falling on the Eyjafjalla glacier or on the burnt-out slopes of Hagla at the first onset of our Iceland winter. Soundless, yet it falls, and another, and another, and 1,000 thousands, each one soundless, falling onto a ground made ready for them by the dying of the year.
So it is with the seed of strife. Listen. Nothing. Yet unheard, unfelt, it drops upon a ground prepared by some uncomprehended misadventure of our making, the hearts of men and women. There it germinates. It grows by imperceptible degrees into a mighty tree. Its trunk is bones, its leaves grey tattered skin, its sap is blood, its fruit the bodies of the dead. Its seeds revenge to plant and make 100 like itself.
Alone in this hard land, where any woodland tree can scarcely live, the Tree of Strife strikes root and flourishes.
The tale we have to tell is one of killing that could not be stopped, of men who tried to stop it. Gunnar, slow to anger, Njal, his friend.
Such men with patience, generosity, tenacity, with all the craft and understanding they could bring to bear, upheld the rule of law against the rule of blood.
Till they themselves were killed in the attempt. It is a tale of killing that at last grew tired, that ended only when a kind of madness was exhausted.
The Tree of Strife, dramatized by David Wade from the Icelandic saga The Burning of Njal. With Bernard Hepton as Njal, Struan Roger as Gunnar, and Norman Rodway and Barbara Jefford as the narrators. Part 1. Gunnar Slow to Anger.
There was a man called Merv Gia, Merv the Fiddler, who was the son of Sigvat the Red. Merv was a powerful chieftain living at Vörl on the Rang River plains in the far southwest of Iceland. He was also a very experienced lawyer, so skillful indeed that no judgment was held to be valid unless he had taken part in it. He had an only daughter called Un. She was a good-looking, refined, capable girl, and was considered to be the best match on the Rang River plains. Some distance to the north and west of the Rang River, in the Breithafjord Dales, a man called Huskuld Dala Kolsson lived at Huskuldstead in Lax Riverdale. He had a half-brother called Hrut Herjolfsson, who lived at Hrutstead. It was Hrut who was to marry the daughter of Merv Gia.
Marry, but not keep her. O Hrut, son of Herjolf, O Merv's daughter, could you have known how many men of Iceland by your parting would in the end be parted from their lives?
It happened that on one occasion, Huskuld held a feast for all his family and friends. Hrut was there sitting next to him. Huskuld had a daughter, Hallgerd, who was playing on the floor with some other girls. She was a tall, beautiful child with long silken hair that hung down to her waist. Huskuld called her to him, and she went to him at once. Her father tilted her chin and kissed her, and she walked away again. Then Huskuld said to Hrut,
"What do you think of her? Do you not think she is beautiful?"
Hrut made no reply.
I said, "What do you think of her?"
I heard you. I think the child is beautiful enough. Many will suffer for her beauty. And I cannot imagine how thieves' eyes have come into our kin.
Brother, I do not invite you to my house that I should be insulted.
Oh, Hallgerd, Höskuld's daughter, Hallgerd silken hair, Hallgerd long legs, tall and beautiful, child with the thief's eyes. How many men of Iceland would have lived out their lives had you not grown to womanhood?
These things we tell of happened in the years before the gospel came to Iceland. They happened just before the year 1000 since the birth of the Lord Christ.
The seed of strife was waiting in the ground that day when Hallgerd Longlegs played within her father's hall.
It germinated on the day when Un, the daughter of Mervgia, now by divorce the former wife of Hrut Herjolfsson, rode to see her kinsman, Gunnar Magnusson.
Cousin Un, it is a pleasure to see you here at Tweederendy.
It is a pleasure for me, too.
But I doubt if you've travelled all the way from Verl purely for my company, or even to talk to me of your father. Happy as I am to be reminded of a man such as Mervgia.
No, you're right.
So?
Oh, now that I must do so, I am reluctant to tell you the purpose of my visit.
Well, I shall not press you, but if you seek my help, I shall give it to the utmost of my ability.
I had expected no less of you. The truth is that I am penniless.
Penniless?
I know what you must think. My father left me well provided for. It is all gone.
The whole estate of Verl?
Not quite as bad as that. I have the land, the houses, and some personal possessions. For the rest, it is sold and the money spent. I want you to recover my dowry from Hrut Herjolfsson.
I see. Didn't your father try to do that at the time of your divorce?
Yes.
Well, I hardly think I can succeed where he failed.
But Hrut relied on force, not law. Surely you remember?
No.
He challenged my father to a duel. Challenged an old man who could not possibly have beaten him, and whom we persuaded not to try.
Of course. I believe my father told me. Well, nevertheless...
Gunnar, there is no one else in my family to undertake this claim if you lack the courage to do it.
It is not a matter of courage. The fact is, I am not a lawyer. I do not know how the claim should be revised.
Oh, I can tell you that. Go and see your friend at Bergfoxvoll, old Beardless.
I do not care that anyone, and least of all my own kin, should speak of Njal Thorgerson in that fashion.
But everybody speaks of him in that fashion.
Not everybody, and never in my presence. Njal cannot grow a beard. What of it? He has fine sons, and daughters too. He is this island's greatest lawyer, a just man, a man who sees into the future, one of the wise.
Forgive me, I meant no offence. It is because he is a lawyer and a wise man that he, above all others, will know what should be done.
You'd better tell me precisely what you want.
Certainly I will advise you, Gunnar, as well as I am able. But I wonder if you know what you have undertaken.
Un was frank with me.
Did she tell you that her claim is for the entire marriage settlement? Not just the dowry, but the husband's portion too. A sum of more than 220 marks.
She did.
And did she tell you why?
No, I did not think to ask.
You see, the circumstances of her divorce have left her bitter, vengeful, you might say.
Well, now, I have heard it said that Hrut Herjolfsson sees himself as much humiliated by the whole affair. The rumour is he could not satisfy his wife.
Now listen. You know perhaps that Hrut deferred his marriage and went off to Norway to claim the estate of a long-lost kinsman?
I remember hearing something of the sort.
Well then, he sailed to Oslofjord and laid his claim before King Harald Greycloak, who received it coldly enough.
So he came back with no inheritance. No wonder he's reluctant.
No, far from it. The old queen, Gunhild, took up his cause in return for certain favours. And she prevailed upon her son to grant Hrut the entire estate. After 3 years, he decided to return to Iceland. She attempted to dissuade him, and when she could not, she laid a curse upon him.
A curse?
That would prevent him from enjoying the one woman on whom he had set his heart.
Which it did.
Well, Hrut came home, married your cousin, and within a short time it turned out that they could not find in one another the pleasure they had anticipated.
So what they say...
No, there was no lack of manliness in Hrut. Rather the reverse.
Well, what then?
Some curious incompatibility of the flesh.
Un certainly said nothing about that.
No. And Gunnar, I am only telling you this, so that you may see the delicacy of your task. If Hrut suspects, he might attack you. And not he alone, but his half-brother also.
Höskuldale Karlsson. Aye. A formidable man. What do you advise?
Tell me, do the brothers know you by sight?
I doubt it. I have no reason to visit Lax Riverdale. I haven't seen them since I was a boy.
Good. Then I will put to you the plan that seems to me most promising. Now, this is what you must do. Set off as soon as possible, taking with you 2 companions, and being careful to disguise your appearance.
There is no difficulty about that.
Make out you're a hawker. Hjedin the Mighty from the north, say Eyjafjord, with handiwork for sale. And let the goods you offer be of poor quality, but insist they are faultless. And quarrel with whoever contradicts you. Now ride down Lax Riverdale and draw as much attention to yourself as possible. Hrut is sure to offer you a lodging.
Hrut did as Njal had said. He was delighted with his surly guest, and all the more so when, after supper, talk turned upon the men of Iceland. Hjedin the Mighty steadfastly refused to hear a good word said of any of them.
Do men know what you think of them?
I have never hidden it.
And yet you live to tell the tale? Have you been on the Rang River Plains?
Often.
There's some fine men there, surely.
Your father-in-law, Merth Gia. Since he died, there hasn't been a man to fill his shoes.
What makes you say that?
Well, Merth Gia was a clever fellow and a fine lawyer. A lawyer of experience and subtlety. You couldn't find fault with him.
Tell me, Hawker Hjedin, are you at all familiar with my own dealings with that man?
Certainly I am, very familiar. When your former wife, his daughter, asked him, he took her from you, and there was nothing you could do.
You find it no fault in him that he failed to recover her dowry, even though he himself brought the action?
Any fool knows the answer to that. You challenged him to a duel, him, an old man. When he refused, as you knew full well he would, you were able to throw his claim out of court.
Let no man say this fellow minces his words. Yes, my friend, I threw it out. And you know what? Everyone assumed it was the law.
Which it was. Well, wasn't it?
Do you know anything about the law?
Well, they used to think so in the north.
Oh, did they? Well, Hjedin, if you know as much about the law as you so obviously do about the men of Iceland, I can safely tell you that the claim could easily have been revived if Merth, great lawyer though he was, had known how to do it.
Is that so? Well, you surprise me. Look, mind you, I doubt if anyone could do it now.
Do you?
Well, do you believe they could? I mean, not that it concerns me in the least, being from the north.
No more it does. Well then, in view of that, and since you're such a particular student of the law and have been so frank with us, I'll tell you, shall I?
Oh, it's as you please.
Then listen. A summons must be made either in my hearing or at my legal residence.
A summons? Well, any summons?
No, by no means. There's a prescribed form of words, which, as you may well imagine, I have by heart.
Oh, now that's a thing I'd really like to hear.
Would you? Well, why not? Now, it goes like this. You, whoever it may be, in this case myself, you, Hrut Herjolfsson, are hereby summoned in due form to appear before the Althing next to be convened, where it meets at Thingvellir.
No, wait. You're going much too fast. Let me say it after you. Well, that way I'll get it right to tell them in the north.
By all means. Let's begin again.
I can remember the beginning. You, Whoever it may be, in this case myself, you, Hrut...
No. You'll never summons anyone like that, my legal wizard. Now, say the words exactly after me. You, Hrut Herjolfsson, are hereby summoned.
You, Hrut Herjolfsson, are hereby summoned.
In due form to appear before the Althing next to be convened.
By this means, word for word, in front of witnesses, Gunnar spoke the summons which obliged his unsuspecting host to come before the Althing.
But in the court, the wily Hrut resorted to a stratagem which threatened to destroy the case against him. When Gunnar heard this, he spoke up.
Do you hear me?
We hear you.
Let all present be witnesses that I challenge you, Hrut Herjolfsson, to single combat to be fought today on the islet here in the Oxar River. But if you refuse to fight me, you must pay up all the money at once. I will go to my booth and await your answer.
Never in all my life, brother. Never have I refused a challenge.
So you have already said. What do you wish me to do? Shall we return the money our friends and kinsmen have contributed? Shall I go to Gunnar and tell him that you now intend to fight? If that is what you wish, then I shall do it. But let me repeat. You have no more chance against Gunnar Hallmundarson than Mörth Gia had against you.
I know that.
This is his booth. Well?
Let us go in and pay.
Gunnar Hallmundarson! My brother Hrut and I would like to speak with you.
I am here.
We have the money. Take it.
And may it serve you in the manner you have earned it.
It will serve my cousin well. Her claim was just.
Trouble will be your only reward.
That's as must be.
Hrut, we have done what we came for. Gunnar, we will leave you.
They have paid, then?
Njal. Yes, they have paid. And we have you to thank.
Perhaps. Certainly you will gain great credit by it.
I hope so. Now I shall take the money to my cousin.
She is sure to offer you a portion for yourself. Have you thought how much you should accept?
Yes, I will take none of it.
Why not? There would be no dishonor.
No, but I will have more claim upon Un and her household should I ever need it.
What makes you think you might?
No reason. That... what is it? Do you think I might?
Gunnar, word has come to me that Valgard of Hof has asked your cousin's hand in marriage.
What? That fox?
The same.
She has said nothing of this to me.
Nor, I think, to any of her kin.
What does this mean? Have I pursued her claim at risk to myself, only so that she should have a double dowry to marry the likes of Valgard?
So it seems.
On my life. If he is to be my kinsman now, I may need all the claim upon the others I can get.
The fox is not the one we have to fear.
Who then?
I am thinking of the cub.
Yeah, my dear friend. You may be a prophet, but you go too far. There's not a marriage even, let alone a child. And like enough, there never will be either.
But there will. Oh, yes, there will. First the one and then the other. Un will marry Valgard and give birth to Mörth. Mörth the envious, the mean-spirited, the destroyer. Mörth of Hof.
But that is all to come. In the meanwhile, Gunnar prospers. A ship commanded by Halvarth the White puts in for the winter, which Halvarth spends at Gunnar's invitation with him on his farm at Clitherendi. There in the long dark nights, the sailor conjures up bright visions of warmer, kinder lands. So Gunnar and his brother Kolskek with him sailed with Hallgerd the White, and were away from Iceland 3 whole winters.
In the 3rd spring after their departure, laden with the spoils of battle, bathed in high renown, they made landfall in the estuary near Arnabaili. Across the great flat of the land isles, towards the rise of Bergthorskvoll, lying like a low rock, a refuge in an empty ocean.
There they found old Njal, his wife Bergthora, and their sons.
And what's this fine fur cap you're wearing? I never saw one half so fine.
I had it from King Harald at Hatterberg. It is Russian.
Yeah, what my brother doesn't tell you is that Harald Gormson also gave him his own robes, a pair of gold-embroidered gloves and a gold-studded headband into the bargain.
And that great bracelet on your arm, Gunnar, was that his gift as well?
No, Bergthora. Earl Haukon gave me that at Trondheim.
On my word, the pair of you kept such company, I wonder you still speak to us.
Gunnar, let them see the halberd.
Ah, yes. Now, I treasure this above everything.
He won it from Hallgrim the Viking in a battle near Ursel Island.
A fine weapon.
They say that when it is about to kill a man, it makes a ringing sound. But I killed its former owner, and I'll swear it did no ringing then.
I'd swear no such thing. There was such a racket, Vikings all around us, it could have rung like all the bells of Christendom.
But enough of us. What have you all? Njal, you've kept my farm so well, I wonder you've had time for yours.
Oh, you forget I have 3 sons.
4 now, as it's turned out.
4, but Thora. Oh, forgive me, surely.
No. The 4th is none of my doing. At my age, what are you thinking of? No, we had him ready-made.
When Helgi married the daughter of Asgrim Eli de Grimsson, her brother Thorhall also came to live here as our foster son. I'm teaching him the law. None of my other rogues is any good at it, eh, Skarpjedin? We have to have at least 1 lawyer to come after me.
After you, Father, 6.
Well, change is everywhere. Eh, Kolskek?
Very true. And Helgi, you were married?
Why not? Is it a crime? At least I held out longer than my brothers.
What? Skarpjedin, you? And Grim as well?
Both of us. Doesn't it show?
Now you're back home, Gunnar, I've no doubt you'll be joining us.
Perhaps, Grim, but I have no plans.
You'll find that plans have nothing much to do with it.
Thank you, Njal, as ever, for your hospitality.
You do not have to thank me, Gunnar. But listen, there is a thing I must ask you.
Yes?
The late King of Norway, Harald Greycloak. What became of his mother?
His mother?
Gunhild, who cast the spell on Hrut.
Ah, she died as well.
Did she?
What is it? Oh. I see. Oh, rest easy, Njal. No witch has cast a spell on me.
Perhaps it will be better for you if she had.
What do you mean by that?
I'm not sure. The words came into my mouth.
Ah. Talking of Hrut, what news of my cousin, Un?
Oh, yes. Soon after you left, she gave birth to a son.
Oh, I'm glad for her. What did they call him?
Merth, after her father.
Old Merth Geia. That's good. A fine, upright man.
The likeness ends with the name.
Oh, come now. A child of barely 3. How can you tell?
I can't tell. Gunnar, before you go, before Kolskek joins us, there is another thing. Listen carefully.
I am listening.
You have had great adventures. You have been put to the test, but that is only a beginning, for such is your reputation now, that there are many who will envy you.
My only wish is to be on good terms with everyone.
You will often be forced to defend yourself.
Then I must see to it that I have justice on my side.
Which you will, as long as you do not have to suffer for the actions of others.
What others? What do you mean? No.
Tell me, do you intend to go to the Althing?
Naturally. Don't you?
No. And I wish you would not do so.
Hey! Why did Njal advise you not to come?
No idea.
We could hardly have done better.
So it seems.
Nothing else, because our Danish clothes put everybody else to shame.
Oh, Kouskek, you dandy. So that's why you came, is it?
Well, I can't deny it altogether. But no, it's turned out as I knew it would. Men from far and wide are glad to hear of your adventures.
Our adventures?
Yes, but it is you they come for. It all adds to your reputation.
Well, I hope it does. Although, to tell the truth, it's a privilege to have an opportunity like this. A privilege and a pleasure to tell so many brave and worthy men of things that interest them.
Good day to you, Gunnar Magnusson. Oh, forgive me. I never thought to startle such a warrior as you.
Kouskek, who are these women?
I never saw them in my life, but the tall one seems to know you.
Apparently. Lady, is there something I can do for you and your friends?
For them, I doubt it. For me? Well, now.
Try me.
I was going to. Tell me, would it also be a privilege, a pleasure even, to tell a mere woman of things that interest her?
Why, yes, if it is within my power. Come, please, sit over here.
The rest of you can find some other entertainment. This is not for you. Off you go.
Oh. Come with us.
Do how the women always do as you command them.
Oh, yes. And men, too.
I see. What is your name?
I am Hallgerd. I am Hörskuldala Kolsson's daughter.
Hallgerd. Then Hrut Hjolfsson
is my uncle. Does that alarm you?
By no means, but perhaps you do not know what has passed between him and me.
I know it perfectly.
If anyone should be alarmed, it is Hrut.
Oh, brother, leave this to me.
I beg your pardon. I see I'm not wanted.
Wait, I didn't mean... Ah, well, let him go. Lady, what I mean is, would your father and your uncle wish you to be seen in conversation with me?
I decide to whom I should speak. They do not.
Yes, I can see you do.
If I could speak to a man without danger, very likely I should not do it.
I can see that, too.
But come. Tell me. Tell me about the battle on the river against Vandil and Karl. Everyone is talking about that.
Then you will have heard it already.
But not from your own mouth.
Is that so different?
I think so.
It is a man's story.
What makes you think that I am not the equal of a man? No, but tell me. Was that your brother Kouskek who went off in a half?
Yes.
I suppose he thought me very forward. Do you think me very forward? If I am, I think you don't dislike it.
Hallgerd, tell me something. Are you unmarried?
Yes. And there is little risk of anybody changing it.
Why? Do you consider no one good enough?
No. But I may be a little particular about husbands.
What would you say if I were to ask you for your hand?
You can't be thinking of that.
Oh, but I am.
Well, then. You will find my father and my uncle in our booth. Speak to them.
I do not consider it an equal match.
Not equal, brother? How can you say that?
He means our enmity is not forgotten.
I mean nothing of the sort. I expressed myself badly. Herskuld, I intend to speak freely.
Very well. One of us must do so, certainly.
Gunnar, we do not wish to deceive you. You are a brave and honourable man. We would welcome your kinship, but Hallgerd...
Go on.
It is true she is unmarried, but did she tell you she's been married twice before?
No. No, she did not.
Thorvald Osviv's son was her first husband.
What became of him?
My niece is spendthrift and demanding. Thorvald reproached her for it. She provoked him, and he struck her. Her foster father, Thjostolv the Hebridean, settled the account.
I've heard of him. He killed many men and paid no compensation.
I ought never to have asked him to be her foster father. I misjudged his character.
To say the least, considering that he also killed her second husband.
How was that?
Let me tell you. Thjostolv had been living in my house, and he beat one of my servants. I ordered him out. He went to my daughter and beguiled her.
Beguiled? She needed no beguiling. She took his part without the slightest hesitation.
Be that as it may, she persuaded her second husband...
Gloom Olafsson, a very good man, by whom you ought to know she had a child.
Rather, I was just coming to that. Unless, of course, she has already told you.
No.
Well then, I already have a grandchild, Thorgert.
Who takes after her father, fortunately. The long and short is, Gunnar, that my niece cajoled and bullied Gloom till he took Thjostolv in. And then, as everybody knew would happen, the ruffian picked a quarrel and killed his host, after which he had the gall to seek my protection.
Did you give it him?
Oh, yes, I gave it him. Anyway, as you now see, my niece is something of a mixture.
Gunnar, do not feel yourself beholden.
I understand, and I thank you. But as I said, I have already spoken to her. As to what you tell me of her, I do not question it, but as you know, I am not easily provoked. And then, Hrut, as you will recall, I am well able to protect myself.
Oh, yes, I recall. Ah, well, I see we might have saved our breath. But, Gunnar, it is you who must face the consequences.
And that is how it came about that Gunnar Haumundarson was betrothed to Hallgerd. Hallgerd Longlegs, as they called her, Huskul Dalakolsson's lovely daughter.
For whose thief's eyes 3 men had gone down to their deaths.
But Gunnar went home from the Althink in high spirits, riding the long way round by Bergthorskfall to tell old Njal about his triumph.
Come now, I've told you of a marriage, not a funeral.
Gunnar, I know her. She is lawless. She will be nothing but a source of trouble to you and to many more besides.
At least she will never break our friendship.
She will very nearly do so. You will forever be making amends for her. Ah, I knew it. You should never have gone to the Althink.
On the contrary, it's the best thing I ever did. Oh, Njal, you can have no idea. We saw each other. It was like a thunderbolt.
So much the worse. Oh, Gunnar, don't you see? You are the greatest prize of all the men in Iceland. Therefore, she will have you. But watch you do not disappoint her.
You forget that I will have her also.
I see that. I see you cannot help yourself. It is your fate.
So Gunnar married Hallgerd before a great gathering of Icelanders.
And no one who was present at that wedding would forget it. For on that day the seeds of strife began to swell.
Now Njal and Gunnar, on account of their great friendship, invited one another turn and turn about to celebrate an autumn feast. And in the autumn that came after Gunnar's marriage, it fell to Njal to give the feast. So on a clear, bright day, Gunnar and his new bride rode down from Clitterendi and out across the land isles till they came to Bergthorskfall.
Welcome, Gunnar. Hallgerd, welcome. I am truly glad to see you here. Please sit down. Gunnar here. Hallgerd, this place must be yours. Helgi, Thorhalla, here you are at last. We thought you'd forgotten us.
I'm sorry, Father. It's a long ride from Tunga, and my father-in-law was reluctant to let us go.
If I were Ausgrieben with such a daughter, I would be reluctant too. Now sit down. Bergthora, where is Thorhalla to sit?
In her usual place. Ah, Hallgerd. Move down, please, for my daughter-in-law. Move down? I'll not move down for anyone. It is my house, and you sit where I say. Just as you wish. Good. Now, here is water. Wash, if it please you. What are you doing? Let me see the back of your hand. As I thought. There isn't much to choose between you and Njal, is there? All your nails are turtle-backed, like claws. And he is beardless. True. And neither of us finds fault with the other for it. Thorvald Osvisen had a fine beard, if I recall. But that did nothing to prevent Thjostolv the Hebridean from killing him at your behest. What? Gunnar, do you hear that?
I hear. What of it?
Oh, I see. Much good it does me to be married to the bravest man in Iceland if he doesn't recognise an insult to his wife.
We are going home. If you insist on squabbling, woman, do it in your own house, not here. And remember, Njal and his family have done me too much honour. I am too deep in his debt to be provoked by foolish taunts. Come!
I suppose I have no choice. Beg Thora, we have not met for the last time.
That will hardly profit you.
So Gunnar rode away, and Hallgerd followed him.
For all that she had said, she never came to Bergthorskvoll again.
In silence they went back to Clitherendi, and all that winter long they stopped at home. Spring came at last, and Hallgerd bore to Gunnar the first of their 2 sons.
They called him Hökni, a fine, sweet-natured child.
In due time she bore his brother, Grani.
But Grani was to be his mother's son.
Now Njal and Gunnar jointly owned some woodland by the great rock of the Ruithasgritha, where each would take the timber he required, and neither found in the arrangement anything he might object to. In the darkless days of June, with both men absent at the Althink, Bergthora sent her trusted servant Svart to fell some wood, and Hallgerd got to hear of it.
Call! Call!
I heard you the first time. What do you want?
I have some work for you. You see the Röðeskrida?
I'm not blind.
Bergthora's servant Svart is there, stealing wood. Take this axe and find him.
And when I find him, what am I to do with him?
There's a question from a scoundrel like you. You are to kill him.
Well, that's easy enough. But I fear it may cost me my life.
Shame on you for a coward. And after all I've done for you. Are you not overseer here?
You know I am.
Then remember to whom you owe it. Or shall I find someone else for the job?
Give me the axe.
And call. In case your heart should fail you, I shall send word of Svart's death to the Althink now.
So, old Njal, the rule of blood, has it begun?
It has begun.
Can this, the death of a mere slave, be a beginning?
It is enough. One spark is enough when the kindling is dry.
Yet you have named the compensation. Gunnar has agreed to pay. The law is satisfied and must prevail, since you, for certain, will not break the settlement.
True, but as you know, he and I are not alone in this. The spark has fallen. The pyre stands ready. Listen. Listen. The stranger rides across the marsh to Bergthorskvoll. Listen. This is how the flames begin to catch.
Is this Bergthorskvoll?
It is. Who asks?
My name is Ardley. I'm from the East Fjords.
Well, Ardley, what do you want?
Work. I was advised to see Njal or his son, Skarp Hjedin.
What work are you best at?
I'm a ploughman, but I can turn my hand to many things.
Such as using a sword?
I won't conceal it from you. I do have a quick temper. There are many who have cause to remember it. Not to mention others who would do so, if they could.
If they were still alive. I don't blame a man for not being a coward.
Do you have any say here?
I am Njal's wife. I have as much say as he in hiring servants.
Will you hire me?
Very well. But only if you will do whatever I ask.
And what might that be?
I might send you out to kill a man.
You have men enough for that, I think, without me.
Those are my conditions.
Then I agree.
Good. Ah, Skarp Hjedin. This is Ardley from the East Fjords. I have just engaged him. Show him where to stable his horse. Then let him see the farm.
Well, Ardley, you look a good sort of man. What can you do?
I'm engaged on the understanding that I do whatever your mother asks of me.
In time he did what he was asked, and Kol lay dead.
Njal rode with Skarp Hjedin to Clitherendi, broke the news to Gunnar, and paid 12 silver pieces compensation. They were the same 12 silver pieces as were paid for Svat.
But Hallgerd overheard the whole transaction.
You made a settlement.
Yeah, I knew you would be listening.
You made a settlement.
Yes, and you will please to keep it.
You had no right. Koll was my overseer.
He was mine as well.
He was mine first. 10 years that man served me.
Much good it did him, or you. He was a scoundrel, and but for you I would have sent him packing long ago. I wish now that I had.
I demand vengeance for him.
No, I have told you. There is a settlement. Besides, I will do nothing against Njal and his family, and least of all for such as Koll.
I see. You set your allegiance to a beardless maunderer, the repellent troll he's married to, not to mention that mad ruffian Skarphedin and his brothers. You set that above me?
I give allegiance where I find it, Hallgerd. I give love, too. Why do I find none in you? But then perhaps I never did.
In the spring, Hallgerd, without Gunnar's knowledge, sent west to Bjarnafjord for her kinsman, Brynjolf the Unruly.
He was a scoundrel of a man, but Gunnar could not turn him from his door because of the kinship.
It was Brynjolf who, at Hallgerd's bidding, and while Njal and Gunnar were absent at the Althink, rode to Thoraldsfell where Ardli had been sent to burn some charcoal. There he killed him. There he covered up the body before riding to the nearest farmhouse to report the killing as the law requires.
Now Ardli, knowing what his fate might be, had asked Njal for his freedom. Njal, out of pity, granted it, and Gunnar compensated him accordingly.
You paid 100 silver ounces for Njal's slave.
He was a freed man.
You and Njal. You're cowards, the pair of you.
Time will tell.
Time told, but not before it had told other things.
A man called Thorth Friedmannsson lived at Bergthogsvoll. He had been foster father to Njal's sons and loved Njal's kinswoman, Gudvinna.
He was no killer, yet Bergthora prevailed upon him.
Thorth Friedmannsson set off for Clidorendi, but met with Brynjolf on the way.
Defend yourself, Brynjolf! I want no unfair advantage over you!
Yeah! They tie my hands behind my back, and I'll still finish you!
Thus Brynjolf was the fourth to die since Gunnar married Hallgerd, Höskuld's lovely, captivating daughter. He was the seventh who had gone down to his death because of her. Old Njal, what now? Is this what you foresaw?
I knew Brynjolf would die. I did not think that Thorth would be the killer.
But Brynjolf must have had a double doom upon him to die at that man's hands. Why, Thorth had never seen blood spilt in all his life, and I don't know what possessed you, father, to let our mother goad him to it. We should have seen to Brynjolf. Helgi, Grím, and I.
No, Skarphedin. It was not the time.
If you have your way, it never will be.
Oh, yes. Your turn will come.
But when?
There was a man called Sigmund Lampasson, a grandson of Sigvat the Red and one of Gunnar's kin. He returned to Iceland after a long absence with a companion, Skjöld the Swede. They landed in the east at Hornafjord and rode until they came to Clidorendi.
Certainly you may stay, Sigmund, and welcome.
You speak as if you meant it.
You are my kinsman. Stay the winter if you choose.
I never cease to marvel at the power of kinship.
What is there to marvel at?
Maybe I have been too long abroad. But you won't regret your generosity, Gunnar, that I promise you. They say you lead a dull life here, but I'll tell you such tales of my travels, you'll be sorry when it's spring.
We shall be in your debt for that.
People here don't understand. when Iceland is on the very edge of creation. Whereas in Denmark now, or Norway...
You forget, I too have seen a little of the world.
Things change, cousin, things change. You must know that. Denmark today is not the place you knew at all.
Well, no doubt you will tell us of the differences. That is, if you accept my invitation.
Oh, I accept, oh yes. On one condition.
A condition?
My friend Skjold must stay as well.
I see. From what I've heard, cousin, it seems to me that Skjold does little to moderate your character. An ounce or two of moderation is precisely what you need.
Then since you have so much of it yourself, no doubt you'll pass a little on to me.
Sigmund, this is a difficult house to stay in. I advise you, as I would any visitor, not to heed the promptings of my wife. Many things that Hallgerd does go directly against my wishes.
Warning wards off blame, as the saying goes.
Then remember it, for she will test you. And since you ask it of me, Skjold may stay.
Gunnar!
Ah, here is Hallgerd now.
A princess!
Gunnar, I hear we have guests. Is this one of them?
This is my kinsman, Sigmund Lampasson. He and his friend Skjold will winter with us.
Welcome, Sigmund.
My lady.
It will be good to have a man in the house. Come, present your friend to me. They tell me you have been abroad, the pair of you.
Aye, my lady.
Kaskek!
Making your mark on
Kaskek!
Is our cousin staying?
Yes. I want you to ride to Bergthorsvoll. Tell Njal to warn Thor Fridmansson. Let him look to his life.
So Sigmund and Skjold made themselves extremely comfortable at Hlíðarendi.
A man called Thráinn Sigfússon was also one of the household there. He was Gunnar's uncle, but scandalously had divorced his wife at his own nephew's wedding and married Hallgerd's daughter, Targett, in her place.
He sometimes thought that this had been an unwise thing to do.
I tell you this, Thráinn Sigfússon. If you were half the son-in-law you ought to be, you would already have avenged my kinsman Brynjolf, and Thor Fridmansson would be dead.
I've already told you, Hallgerd, I would do nothing to earn Gunnar's anger. I was his uncle before I was your son-in-law. Besides, Thor's killing will be soon avenged.
So that's what stops you. And who would do it, do you think? Old Beardless?
I was thinking of his sons.
The Njálsons? Ugh. If they had the stomach for vengeance, they'd have taken it by now.
Be that as it may, my mind is made up.
As you please. Unfortunately, it does not matter either way, since there are men in this house whose blood has not entirely changed to milk and water. Eh, Sigmund? Eh, Skjold?
So that's the way the wind blows, is it?
These two good friends have promised they will kill Thor Fridmansson.
That's right. We're looking forward to it, aren't we, Skjold?
Like meat and drink. But Hallgerd, if you want my opinion, I think that as a closer relative than Sigmund, your son-in-law and uncle should be at least present when we do the deed.
Why not? What do you say to that, Uncle? Does your courage run to it?
My courage runs to anything. That's not the point.
Well then, this is what the three of you must do. Wait till just before the Althing. Then, Sigmund, you and Skjold should ride to Hornafjord on the excuse that you must see to Sigmund's ship. That way, Gunnar cannot take you with him. When you come back, Thráinn will be here waiting. Won't you, Uncle? And I shall know where Thorth is to be found.
I have to tell you, your foster father has been killed.
What?
Let me finish. I have made a settlement with Gunnar. He has agreed to pay me double compensation.
Who killed him?
Sigmund Lampasson and Skjold the Swede.
We might have guessed that. Yes, but it was that woman who put them up to it. Hallgerd, you can be sure.
Thráinn Sigfússon was there as well.
They weren't taking any chances. What does that mean? Thráinn was there.
He was a spectator.
Oh, was he? No doubt that was her idea as well. Father, how much more of this must we endure?
Skarphédin, all of you. It is of the greatest importance to me that you do not break this settlement.
Then we shall not do so. But I ask you again, how much more?
Oh, it will not be long now. And when the time comes, I shall not try to hold you back.
Come in. Come in. Welcome. Sit down. Warm yourselves. Thorgerd, fetch cakes and something to drink. Ah, Sigmund. Skjöld. Join us. And you, Thráin.
What's all this? Thráin. Who are these scarecrows?
Beggar women, as you see.
Yes, yes, but why does Hallgerd bring them in?
Maybe she's feeling charitable.
Your niece and mother-in-law has many qualities. I have not seen that charity is one of them. What do you say, Skjöld?
Oh, I agree.
I'll tell you what her reason is. These women go from place to place. Their eyes and ears are sharp. They bring news.
Then let's hear what they bring today.
So, where have you just come from? You can speak freely. My husband is away from home and not expected back today. Well, tell me.
We come from Bergthorshvar, lady.
Ah, I had a feeling that you might.
Old Njal gave us his barn to sleep the night.
How generous.
Oh, Njal is good to us.
Yes, he would be. What else was old Njal up to?
Oh, nothing, lady.
He must have been doing something.
Oh, yes, lady. He was very busy. Sitting still.
And the Njalsons, what were they at?
Very busy thinking themselves men, I shouldn't wonder.
They'll have to think a great long time for that.
I'll tell you one thing, lady. Skarpjerdin was sharpening his axe.
Was he indeed? He and his brothers must be planning some great feat of arms. What do you think, Sigmund?
Let them plan, I say.
Ah, they look big, the Njalsons, lady, but they've never been put to the test.
They are nothing. But tell me, what were Njal's servants doing?
Oh, we saw that right enough. They were carting dung out to the fields. To make the hay grow well, Njal said.
Old Njal would do better carting dung to his own chin. He might sprout a beard, even at his age.
His sons have beards enough. Oh, aye, we saw him spreading dung on them, didn't we, girls?
Sigmund, you're something of a poet, so I've heard.
I don't know about poet. I can manage a bit of doggerel.
Well, now here's a theme for you. Old Beardless and his sons. Let's hear what you can do.
Yes, yes. Go on, give us a rhyme. Give us a rhyme.
If you like.
Sigmund, don't do this.
Why not?
This is not the moment to insult the Njalsons. There is a settlement, remember?
They won't find out.
You can't be sure.
And even if they do, what of it? They don't amount to anything.
Listen,
No,
I know
you
them.
listen, Uncle. If you don't like it, you just sit and watch. You're very good at that.
What are you three doing? Are we to have a rhyme or not?
A rhyme! A rhyme!
All right, I'm thinking about it. Give me time. Now then, old Beardless, is it?
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Beards and no beards. Yes. See what you think of this. A beard, they say, is manhood's bloom. Without a bloom, you get no seed. Now then, yes. No seed, no crop. So pray with whom did sweet Bergthora do the deed?
Hey! More! Give us another Sigmund.
All right. I'll need to think about it.
Hey, give us one about the Njalsons.
I'm going to, but I'll do better if you all keep quiet. That's more like it. The Njalsons, yes. The sons of Njal.
The sons of Njal.
Wait a minute. The sons of Njal, on manhood bent, and fearful lest they prove unfit, bedaub their chins with excrement. And that is why they reek of shit.
Magnificent, Sigmund! You're not much of a poet, but you're certainly a treasure. Gunnar, you're home then.
As you see. Sigmund, you are a fool.
Why? What have I done?
I heard what you said, every word, and who put you up to it.
What of it? May we not laugh in this house now?
You and I will talk about that later. Sigmund, listen to me. And you, Skjöld, listen. Did I not warn you? And yet you mock the Njalsons. You mock Njal himself. Have you not done enough?
Come, man, it was a joke.
There are no jokes! Not anymore.
Who will hear of it?
Skjöld, you're an even greater fool than he is. Don't you see these women? Can't you guess where they will go from here? Cousin, this joke will cost you your life.
Bergthora, why do you not eat?
Is that all you have to say? Is that all you can think about, any of you? Skarpjedin, Grím, Helgi? Little dung beards. That's what they're calling you. And that is why they reek of shit. By my life, does nothing move you?
Mother, we are not women to fly into a rage at anything.
Anything? Anything? Oh, I see. Your honor, your good names are just anything. Listen to me, Skarpjedin. Listen, all of you. Even Gunnar, slow to anger, even he flew into a rage on your behalf. Well, he must have known you would never do it for yourselves. And he was right. You will never avenge anything. Not even an insult to your mother's reputation. How did it go? Oh, yes. So pray, with whom did sweet Bergthora do the deed?
Stop!
Where are you going, Skarpjedin?
To look for sheep. Grím, Helgi.
You do not need spears for that.
Let's say we're going to fish for salmon, then.
Are you resolved on it? In that case, do not let your catch escape.
In Gunnar Slow to Anger, the first part of David Wade's dramatisation of Njál's saga, Bernard Hepton was Njal and Struan Roger Gunnar. Maureen O'Brien was Hallgerd Longlegs, Maggie McCarthy, Bergthora, and Vincent Brimble and Andrew Branch, Grím and Helgi Njalsson. Skarpjedin was played by Robert Glenister, Thráinn Sigfússon by John Church, Kolskjek by David Googe, and Höskuld Dalla Colson and Hrut Herjolfsson by John Bull and David King. Other parts were played by Alice Arnold, Ken Cumberledge, Anna Cropper, Paul Downing, Joe Dunlop, Donald G., Brian Miller, Ian Targett, and Joan Walker. The narrators were Norman Rodway and Barbara Jefford. The music was by David Chilton and Nick Russell Pavia. The Tree of Strife is directed by Jeremy Mortimer. The Tree of Strife, dramatised by David Wade from the Icelandic saga The Burning of Njal. With Bernard Hepton as Njal, Struan Roger as Gunnar, and Norman Rodway and Barbara Jefford as the narrators. Part 2. The Fire Beneath the Rock.
Here is the tally of the dead since Hallgerd, Höskuld's daughter, came to womanhood. First her two husbands, Thorvald and Gloom, cut down by Þjóstolf the Hebridean. He in turn was killed by Hrut Herjolfsson. Then came Svart, Njal's servant, killed by Kol. Kol by Adli, Adli by Brynjolf the Unruly, Brynjolf in his turn by Thorð Friedmannsson, who till then had never shed a drop of human blood. Thorð by Gunnar's kinsman Sigmund, with the help of his friend Skjörd. Now they too are dead, dispatched by Skarpjedin and Grím and Helgi, sons of Njal. Where will the axe fall next?
3 years went by. 3 Althings came and went, and Gunnar sought no compensation, plotted no revenge for Sigmund's death.
Though many people, chief amongst them Hallgerd, urged that he should do so.
At last, in the third summer, he stood up before the Althing.
Before this Althing is dispersed, I seek your leave to speak.
You have it, Gunnar.
I wish to speak about the killing of my kinsman, Sigmund Lampasson. It is well known that many people have seen fit to question my restraint in this matter. Others, I am well aware, have a different name for it. There are two things I wish to say. First, my cousin brought his fate upon himself in disregard of all my warnings. Second, in the face of every provocation they were offered, it was Njal and his family who first restrained themselves. They kept the settlement between us on the death of Thor Fridmansson, although he was the Njalsson's foster father. My kinsman would be living at this hour if he had not been led to offer them outrageous insults. Therefore, my restraint has been no more than theirs.
Well done.
However, at my good friend Njal's insistence, I have been prevailed upon to name a sum in compensation for the death of Sigmund. 200 silver ounces. This sum Njal has paid. No compensation will be asked or paid for Skjöld the Swede, who deservedly died with him. So far as I am concerned, the matter is at rest once and for all.
Now surely this will be an end. Nobility and patience have prevailed. The rule of law has triumphed over death. The stream of blood that fed the growing tree of strife has now dried up. The tree, a sapling still, must wither in the ground. 10 men, good and bad alike, have died since Hallgerd, Höskuld's daughter, came to womanhood. Surely there will be no more. Must wither, did I say? Must? Oh, I have heard a tree like that will last 100 years unwatered in a desert, will droop to all appearance dead, yet let a single bloody drop fall on its roots. No, not so much. A single breath of malice rattle its dry leaves, and it will rise again in all its old luxuriance.
There was a man called Oddkill Skarfsson, lived at Kirkjubæjar on the Rang River plains. His kinsmen were the powerful chieftain Gissur the White and Gissur's cousin Geir the priest. Now Oddkill, whose sight I ought to tell you was extremely bad, had a friend called Skamkill, a prosperous yet most malicious man, who, though he owned a property at Lesserhof, was never long away from Kirkjubæjar. About this time a famine fell on Iceland. Gunnar shared his stocks of food and hay with all who came to him, till he himself ran short. Then he, his brother Kolskek, and his uncle Thráin Sigvason rode north from Klitterendi under the Three-Hirning mountain to visit Oddkill Skarfsson.
Oddkill, I've come to buy food and hay, if you have any to spare.
I see. Wait a minute. Skamkill, what do you advise?
Refuse him, obviously.
You really think so?
Why not?
We'd still have plenty for ourselves.
Nobody has plenty at a time like this. What if next year's crops should fail, Besides?
Besides what?
It isn't every day a man has Gunnar to disadvantage.
Oh, yes, that's true. I'll refuse him then, shall I?
Take your opportunity.
Right.
But Oddkill, be firm.
Of course.
Well, Oddkill, do you intend to give us a reply?
Indeed, I do. And this is it. I have hay and I have food, but I choose to sell you neither.
Ah, that's Skamkill's doing.
Brother, leave this to me. I hear you, Oddkill. Perhaps you would prefer to give me some, and trust me to repay you generously.
Ah. Skamkill? What do I say to that?
Why should you give anything? And as for trusting people to repay you, say no.
No, Gunnar! I will not do that either!
Gunnar, why don't we just take the stuff by force?
No, Throwan.
Why not? They're playing with us. Octio's very nearly blind, and Scampiel is no match for us. By the time they've summoned help...
Uncle, I said no. I'll not be party to a robbery.
Brother, let me speak to him.
Stay where you are. To argue with such people only dishonors us. Besides, Utkiel will not change his mind as long as Scamkiel's with him.
Scamkiel? What exactly are they doing? I can't quite make out.
They are talking, that's all.
You don't think they might attack us, do you? Let me send my wife into the field for help. Or better still, just give them what they came for.
No. Calm down. They won't attack. Not while Gunnar's with them.
Then how can we get rid of them? There must be something I can offer, Gunnar.
No. But wait. What about that slave of yours, that useless Irishman your brother palmed off on you?
What? Melkove?
Yeah.
I'd be glad to see the back of him for sure.
Well then, say you have your reasons for refusing food and hay, but would like to make amends. Say you have more slaves than you can manage at this time and will accept a token sum for a first-class body servant.
Rogue and idler.
First-class body servant.
I could try. But what will Gunnar do when he finds out what he's like?
Nothing. Take my word for it. And you'll have got the better of the greatest man in the south of Iceland.
Maybe he'll refuse my offer.
I lay odds he won't. He'll take it in good faith. You'll see.
Melkov!
Oh
Melkov!
I'm here! What is it?
What are you doing in the storehouse? Been at the drink again, have you?
No, lady, what are you doing?
Yes, you would. I see through you, Melkov, even if your new master doesn't.
Like sees like, they say. It's lucky for me I'm his, not yours.
What's his is mine, and he is not at home.
Then may Christ preserve me.
Keep your superstitious Irish oaths to yourself and listen to me. I have an errand for you. You're to ride to Kirkjubar, to Otkiel's house.
Don't say you wish to send me back
Listen!
already.
When you get there, steal enough food to load 2 horses. Then set fire to the storehouse and return.
Save us, I'll be caught and crucified.
Not if you go at night. The dogs know you. There'll be no alarm. They'll put the fire down to carelessness and the theft will never be discovered.
Now wait! Lady, I'm no innocent, God knows. But at least I've never been a thief.
So you say. But I happen to know that you are both a thief and a murderer. Do as I tell you, or I shall have you put to death.
Water! Reasonable water! Look here! Here we go! Spinning this way! Spinning! Sure it does!
Watch out for the spark! Pull down the wood pile! Scamdrel, is that you? How did this happen? Did you see anything?
I saw nothing.
Some fool must have left a lamp in there.
Some fool left something, surely. But not a lamp. And not in there. Look at these.
A knife and belt.
I saw them glinting down there, on the path. Don't you recognize them?
Hold them to the firelight. Yes, I do. Oh, but I knew it. I told you it was a mistake to sell that Irishman to Gunnar.
I doubt if Gunnar knows a thing about this.
Then who?
My money's on the witch he's married to. But it comes to the same thing. Otkiel, I'm going to give you some really good advice.
I only hope it's better than the last advice you gave me.
Tomorrow early, we shall ride across the river down to Hof and call upon Mirthfeld Hartson.
What? That boy?
Boy in years, perhaps, but not in cunning.
I see. But why him?
Because he has no love for Gunnar.
For Scamkiel had remembered how Gunnar long ago retrieved a dowry for his cousin Un. How on the strength of it she married Hallgerd and had by him the son she had so longed for. He saw that Merv owed Gunnar for his very life. He also knew that no man loves a creditor, and least of all a man like Merv of Hof.
You're quite sure of what you say?
quite sure.
Because if not...
Listen to me, Merv Valgardson. Do I have to say it again? This knife, this belt, they both belong to Gunnar's slave, Melkov. I know, because I gave them to him myself when he was mine.
Keep calm, Otkul, keep calm. I take the word for it. So, this Melkov, whom you sold to Gunnar at a bargain price, comes back to Kirkjubæ, sets fire to your storehouse, steals your stores.
A quantity of cheese was missing, certainly. No doubt he purloined other things as well. But after a fire like that, who can be sure?
And all this because you couldn't or wouldn't supply Gunnar when he came asking for food and hay.
These soft-spoken men are frequently the most vindictive.
It doesn't sound like Gunnar's way of doing things, that's all. But let's not worry about that, since it gives us a weapon against him.
So, what do you suggest?
Not quite so fast. There are things to talk about before we get to that.
Ah, yes. Naturally.
Mirth, if you will occupy yourself in this, I know my friend will pay you handsomely.
How much?
3 marks of silver.
Which of you two holds the purse strings?
3 marks is the offer.
All right. But on one condition.
What?
That nobody connects me with this business.
Agreed.
Good. Then, listen and I'll tell you what to do. Find the beggar women. Send them to Llyddarendi. Send them with small wares to sell. Then we'll see what Hallgerd Longlegs gives them in exchange.
And that was done. And Hallgerd paid each woman with a wedge of cheese. They followed their instructions faithfully, kept what they were given, and brought the wedges to Merv Valgardson. Merv put them all together and found they made a single cheese which fitted Otkjel's cheese mould perfectly. Soon after, Gunnar returned home. He had heard about events at Kirkjubæ, and word had gone round that Hallgerd was responsible. But many rode with him to Llyddarendi, and he decided not to question her till they were gone.
Drink up, all of you. My wife will now serve us food.
Here you are! Eat, there's plenty more. Thorgerd, fetch the meat as well.
Yes, Mother.
Hallgerd, wait.
Now what's the matter?
Where did all this come from?
Well, what?
You know quite well. This cheese, this butter.
From our store. Where else?
We had neither when I went away.
You are mistaken.
I am not mistaken. Where did they come from?
From a source that should not spoil your appetite.
From Kirkjubæ.
Now I ask you, what sort of man is it that troubles himself with kitchen matters? I shall remember that, Gunnar. I shall repay it.
Clear the cheese and butter. Bring in meat. So long as it has not been stolen by my wife.
The next day, Gunnar, Kolskek, Thráinn Sigfússon, and several others rode to Kirkjubæ. Gunnar made Otkell liberal offers of compensation, but these, at Skamkjell's prompting, he refused.
For Skamkjell had conceived the notion that they ought to bring an action against Gunnar, in furtherance of which he urged his friend to seek the backing of his powerful kinsmen at Moor's Fell, Gissur the White and Geir the Priest.
So Gunnar turned for Llyddarendi. It then came home to Otkell, feeble-sighted as he was, that he must undertake the weary ride to Moor's Fell. He was relieved when Skamkjell generously said that he would make the journey in his place.
He did so, to be sure, less from care for Otkjel's eyes, more out of a suspicion that, in fact, Gissur and Geir would not approve the counsel he had given.
Which they emphatically did not. They urged that Otkell should accept self-judgment and without delay, lest Gunnar change his mind. Devoutly thankful that he and not his friend had made the journey, Skamkjell rode at full tilt back to Kirkjubæ.
Skamkill! I didn't expect you back so soon. What did Gissur say?
Exactly what I thought. He urged, and Geir supported him, that no settlement be accepted, but that we forthwith serve a summons upon Gunnar for receiving stolen goods, and upon Hallgerd for theft. And Okkil, what impressed them most of all was your courage and decisiveness.
Then, I suppose we must do what they advise.
And so they did. They summoned Gunnar Magnusson and Hallgerd his wife to appear before the Althing. But Gissur rapidly got wind of what was happening, and he wrung the truth from Otkil.
Skamkiel, for some reason, chose this moment to take to his bed, and was too ill to be questioned.
Gissur offered Gunnar self-judgment, and this, on Njal's insistence, he accepted. So Gunnar gained great credit, and Otkil looked a fool.
No harm was done, it seemed, and all had ended in bright laughter and goodwill.
And yet...
And yet the breath of malice has been blown. The dry, dead-seeming leaves upon the Tree of Strife have rattled to it with a sound of swords.
In the spring of the ensuing year, Otkil and his brothers rode with Skamkiel out to Njal to visit his friend Runolf. Their journey took them round Clidorendi, over Fleetsleth, where Gunnar himself was sowing corn. Light-hearted at the fine spring day, Otkil galloped on ahead. But suddenly, his horse ran wild and bolted off across the fields. Gunnar, concentrating on his work, a brisk wind off the land isles blowing in his ears, heard nothing till it was too late. Otkil, wrestling with his horse and short of sight, never saw the man in front of him.
Oh, curse you for a clumsy oaf, whoever you are! Oh! Who's that? Are you hurt? What? You nearly took my ear off with your spur! Gunnar! Otkil!
What's this? What's happening?
You can see as well as I can, Samkil. I'm dripping with blood. Otkil, this is a disgrace. First you summons me, and now you try to ride me down.
Be quiet, man. Don't apologize.
It's an accident. My horse bolted. I never saw him, I swear.
We know that, but don't tell him. Or do you really want to look a fool? Well, Gunnar, this is a sorry sight. A far cry from the great man who put us in our places at the Althing with his halberd in his hand.
Samkil, when we next meet, you shall see it there again.
Come on, lads, let's not waste more time here. Good day to you, Gunnar. That was good riding, Otkil.
I told you,
I didn't know you had it in you. Hey, lads, I saw Gunnar weeping with the pain. I'd lay my life on it. Wait until we tell them all at Njal.
And soon enough, he laid his life on it indeed. Not only he, but Otkil and his brothers, not to mention 4 of their companions. They were 8 in all, who in the spring that followed died, when Gunnar, with his halberd ringing in his hand, came upon them at the ford at Horf, Gunnar and his brother Kolskek with him.
Gunnar, slow to anger. Gunnar, like the fire beneath the rock, which when at last it breaks out, consumes whatever is around it, utterly. Now 15 men are dead since Hallgerd with the thief's eyes married Gunnar. Add 3 to make it 18 since she came to womanhood.
Well, Njal.
Well, Gunnar.
I see the news has come to Bergthorshall.
I do not blame you. You have taken drastic action, but you had great provocation.
Njal, it sometimes seems to me that there is something lacking in me. Some Manliness, perhaps.
What makes you say that?
I'm so much more reluctant to kill than other men.
The lack is in them, not in you.
In that case, the lack is now in me also.
Shall I tell you what the future holds?
If you wish.
When the Althing meets, Otkel's kin will bring a case against you. But I shall counsel you, and you will emerge with honor.
And after that, can you counsel me there too?
Yes, I can. Never kill twice in the same family, and never break a settlement which good men make between you and others.
I'm the last man to do either.
I know, but if you should...
Well, what then?
You will not have long to live.
That summer at the Althing, Geir the priest brought charges of manslaughter against Gunnar and his brother Kolskek. A jury found the charges lawful, but Gunnar countered them and said that Geir had made them find upon a matter not within their jurisdiction and should, on that account, be outlawed.
Well, Njal, what do you think of that? We have him now, eh?
No! No! You must withdraw your countercharge.
Withdraw it? Why?
Because it must not come to that. If Geir is outlawed, it will only make things worse. In practice, both sides are at fault, and that must be reflected in the outcome.
But Njal, you know as well as we do. In a lawsuit, everybody uses any stratagem that comes to hand. You've done so yourself and encouraged it in others.
Kolskek, I know. But I have come to see the matter differently. It brings the rule of law into contempt, and that can only lead to anarchy. What I have also said, and say again, is this. With laws shall Iceland be built up. With lawlessness laid waste. By some means we must reach an honourable settlement. I shall go to Geir and propose that the matter be put to arbitration.
And that was how it fell out. Gunnar, with his kinsman's help, paid all the compensation laid on him, and Gissur the White and Geir the priest gave him pledges of peace.
And so, as Njal had prophesied, Gunnar came out of this affair high in the esteem of all.
There was a man called Starkath Barkarsson, living under the Three-Hirnig mountain. He had 3 sons, of whom the eldest was called Thorgeir. They were arrogant and brutal men, all 3, though no more so than their 3 cousins, the sons of Egil Kolsson of St. Gil. Now Starkath owned a good red stallion, and the question that preoccupied his sons and nephews was who possessed a horse that might be matched against it in a fight. Then they remembered Gunnar, who had a young black stallion, a fine animal, and Starkath said they might issue a challenge, provided they played fair. Accordingly, they rode to Litherendi. Gunnar was reluctant to accept their challenge, but did not wish to have it said that he had been afraid to do so. Finally, the matter was arranged, on condition that Thorgeir and his kinsmen made no trouble.
Well, Njal, how will this turn out?
Oh, you will win it.
And?
It will be the cause of many deaths.
My own?
Not directly, but it will stir old enmities and leave you no choice but retaliation.
Maybe I should never have consented to it.
But you did.
Gunnar Magnusson, if you still accept this challenge, lead your horse forward.
I accept.
Oh, brother, he's a fighter, that beast of Gunnar's. I think the cousins will get the worst of it.
I hope so.
What are those 2 up to? Who? Where?
Thorgeir and the fellow with him.
They're leaning on their own horse! They're bringing Gunnar's down!
Gunnar! Gunnar, watch out! I know! I can see them! Two can play at that!
Leave me! Let me go!
Scarpedi, hold him!
Gunnar! I challenge
None of
you!
this will help you, Thorgeir Skardartisan! You half-blinded Gunnar Stallion!
What of it? What do you expect, old beardless, huh? He leant on the damn brogue, didn't he? No! He leant on it and ours came down on calling me. No thanks to him, the pair of us aren't dead.
More's the pity, seeing that you leant on your horse first.
That's an outright lie.
Thorgeir, listen, will you? I admit I leant on my horse, after you had leant on yours. I admit I struck your cousin when he ran at me, and knocked you senseless after you had put my horse's eye out. But if you wish for compensation, I am willing.
Compensation? The only compensation I want from you, Gunnar, now or ever, is to see you dead.
Now see, the Tree of Strife that once had seemed to droop and even die has sprung to life again. The breath of malice rattled its dry leaves. The deaths of Otkiel and his people fed its roots, and now a gale of hatred has inflamed it with the expectation of a rain of blood.
In the autumn, Gunnar, Kolskek, and their brother Hjört rode up to Tunga, where Ausgrímur leader Grímsson made them welcome. They stayed some days and then rode home again. At Knava Hills, just north of Rang River, Starkath Barkarsson, Egghil Kolsson, and all their sons and many of their kin attacked. They were 30 against 3.
I take it you don't want to turn and run. So what are we to do?
Right down to the river. There's a tongue of land there. Come on.
To the river! Gunnar! I promised my wife I'd bring her your head.
Well, Thorgeir, you'll have to come a great deal closer if you want it.
I'm coming now!
With sword and spear and halberd, Gunnar, Hjört, and Kolskek held their ground, and to such effect that when at last their attackers fled, 15 men lay dead upon the ground.
Among the dead, however, there was Hjört.
His brothers took his body up, laid it on a shield, and bore it back to Cliderendi. There they raised a burial mound, and many mourned Hjört Magnusson, for he had been well liked by all.
And those who mourned him at his funeral, and those who mourned his enemies at theirs, now counted 30 dead since Hallgerd, Höskuld's daughter, married Gunnar, or 33 since she had come to womanhood. Yet few asked why so many men had died, or how the killing might be stopped.
Well, Njal, what are we to do now?
Many will say your hand was forced.
Yes, by 10 to 1. But will that prevent them bringing actions against us at the Althing?
No, Kolskek, but I have been thinking how best to counter them. Now listen to me carefully. First, I shall assign to you an action I have pending against Thorgeir for the seduction of my kinswoman Thorfina. And I have another pending against Starkath for cutting wood upon my property. Now both will do very well as countercharges. Of course, some people will object that you struck Thorgeir at the horse fight, and thereby forfeited your right to defend an action, but I shall meet that. I shall point out that you offered compensation, and your right is therefore still intact. However, the most important thing immediately is that you declare the dead men outlaw for attacking you with intent to wound or kill. Once you have done... What is it? Why do you laugh?
Sometimes I wonder what all this achieves.
You know what it achieves as well as I do. The rule of law.
Or what is left of it.
However little is better than nothing at all.
When Thorgeir heard that Gunnar had declared his dead kinsmen and accomplices to be outlaws, his fury knew no bounds. There were no legal men among his kin, but he had heard that Merv of Horf, Merd Valgardsson, was known for his cunning and resourcefulness. Accordingly, he rode westward over the Rang River to talk to him.
How dare he? How dare Gunnar call us outlaws? He struck me first. He very nearly killed me at the horse fight.
But only after you had knocked his horse's eye out, so I'm told.
Was that a reason to attack me? What was I supposed to do? Put up with it? Outlaws indeed. It's outrageous.
It all sounds very much like Njal's idea to me.
You can be sure of it. And, Merd, that's the reason why I've come to you. If Gunnar has old Beardless behind him, then I need somebody to do the same for me.
Of course. Who had you in mind?
Who? Who do you think? You!
Oh. People say I'm nothing but a boy.
You seem like an old man to me.
Oh, you flatter me. Or do you? But, Thorgeir, let me just remind you that whoever you appoint will need the skill to deal with one of Iceland's greatest lawyers at the Althing.
That's obvious.
Not that I have any fears on that score. And there is another thing. Whoever crosses Gunnar Hamundarson runs certain risks, as you of all men must be only too well aware.
What are you driving at?
Oh, the man who represents you will expect it to be worth his while.
Money? Why didn't you say so?
Not only money.
Oh, yeah? What else?
I would like to marry.
What's that got to do with me?
Everything. I have asked Gissur the White for the hand of his daughter, Thorkarda, but he doesn't seem to think me very suitable. However, with your support, I'm quite certain we can persuade him.
And so a deal was struck. However, when the matter came before the Althing, Thorgeir's action against Gunnar for the deaths of the 14 was utterly frustrated. Such was old Njal's mastery of the law, that, clever as he was, Merv's prosecution made no headway, and the matter went to arbitration.
The arbitrators found for Gunnar, who once again came out of the affair with honour, but his opponents straightway set about to see how they could yet be said to keep the pledges they had given not to break the peace, while still encompassing his death.
And in pursuit of this and other grievances, Thorgeir made his way to Horf, where he expressed his serious dissatisfaction. But Merv persuaded him that he should pay a visit to his younger namesake, Thorgeir, son of the dead Otkil, that he prevail on him, with various excuses, to join in an attack on Gunnar.
Merv knew the boy to be straightforward, but rather easily led. Moreover, he had come to hear about Njal's prophecy. If Gunnar were to kill twice within one family, he would not have long to live.
In the autumn, Gunnar sent all the men around his farm down to his meadows in the land isles to bring in the hay. He alone remained behind with Hallgerd and the other womenfolk. Hearing of this, the two Thorgeirs gathered a troop of men and started out at dusk for Clidorendi. But as they rode, an overwhelming drowsiness came over them, and they had no choice but to sleep. They lay down in a wood, and there Njal's shepherd found them by their snoring. The shepherd brought the news to Njal, who rode at once to see what they were doing.
Thorgeir Starkhardason. Thorgeir Otkelsson.
Yes.
Yes? I thought as much. A fine pair you make. Put down your weapons, all of you.
What?
I am alone and unarmed. Now, Thorgeir Starkhardason, this is my land. What are you doing here? Don't tell me. I know. This is a flagrant case of conspiracy to kill, and the Althing will hear of it. Meanwhile, you had better know that I have sent word to Gunnar, and he is gathering a large force. My advice to you, therefore, is to run for your life before he gets here.
When the Althing met that summer, Gunnar brought charges against both Thorgeirs, who once again entrusted their defense to Merv of Horth. And once again, Njal made short work of his arguments. Each member of that sorry expedition paid Gunnar compensation of 100 silver pieces, but Thorgeir and his namesake were obliged to pay him double that amount. For the third time, Thorgeir Stark-Addason rode to Horth.
200 silver pieces. We didn't even strike a blow. This isn't good enough, Murthvaldgar's son. Even I could have told you that a charge of broken settlements against Gunnar was doomed, but you insisted on bringing it. Njal laughed in our faces again.
Listen, Thorgeir, if you and your brave friends had set out for Gliderendi stone cold sober...
What do you mean?
You know quite well. The drowsiness that overcame you in the wood, I know the reason for that. Ale, and plenty of it.
Mirth,
Oh,
if you
perjure
believe...
yourself by all means, if it gives you any pleasure. Slaves talk.
You're right. It was the ale. But listen, how can we bring Gunnar down? We scheme against him, and all that happens is he grows in everyone's esteem. What we need now are solid grounds for an attack.
I shall find them, don't you worry.
I begin to doubt it.
Don't. My need is even greater than yours.
How so?
In my grandfather's day, Murthgeir, our branch of the family, was something to reckon with. Since Gunnar made his name, we have been reduced to almost nothing. People despise us.
Is that a fact? And will you rise to power again by climbing on Gunnar's corpse?
Don't try to make a fool out of me, Thorgeir. You don't have the wits for it. Just trust me to get what I want. And remember that it would also be to your advantage. Now, let me tell you of another plan. Persuade your namesake, Thorgeir, to seduce Ormhild.
Who?
Ormhild, Gunnar's cousin.
By this, Mirth hoped to anger Gunnar and to give good grounds of self-defense for an attack on him, with Thorgeir Otkelsson in front.
Gunnar watched the young man paying court and made no secret of his disapproval, and yet the Thorgeirs found no opportunity to attack him. Gunnar's kin were always with him, and to them had been added a huge Irish hound, the gift of Hallgerd's half-brother. Saum, the dog was called. He was faithful and as good a comrade in arms as any powerful man. Then in the summer, Gunnar and his brother, Kolskek, rode down into the Land Isles to oversee the labourers, and word of this reached Merv of Horth, who instantly told Thorgeir and his unsuspecting namesake.
We shall be lucky to reach Gliderendi before supper time.
At least at this time of the year, we do not have to fear the dark.
Do you fear it, Gunnar?
What will come, will come. Dark or light.
You've done nothing to fulfill Njal's prophecy.
Nor shall do, if I can avoid it. No matter what provocation men like Thorgeir Otkelsson give me.
Stop a minute.
What?
Look at your halberd.
What about it?
There's blood on it. Or is it the light?
Possibly.
Which? Is something wrong?
Perhaps it is the death ray.
What's that?
I heard of it in Norway. They say that when a weapon shines like blood, there is a battle imminent.
Now what?
The blade is ringing. First a battle, then a death. But whose? Do you see anyone?
No.
Ride on then.
Up! Ah, now I see them. Look.
I thought so. The 2 Thorgeirs and 20 men at least. All wide awake this time.
What shall we do?
We've no alternative. Race past them to the ford and face them there. Come on!
Gunnar, wait! Be careful. Targett Ochilson.
I know.
Leave him to me. Gunnar! Watch your back!
They're holding them!
You, Ochilson! Are you the man with a murdered father to avenge? It doesn't look much like it. Now, here. I'll feint to Gunnar's right, then you come at him from the other side. Now.
Gunnar! On your left, man!
I see him!
No! It's Targett Ochilson!
Back! Back, all of you! We've lost too many to go on!
Too many to go on. Perhaps, for many men lay dead and wounded by the ford. But what he meant was, we have lost the one that counts.
That summer at the Elfink, the arbitrators judged that Gunnar and his brother Kolskek must leave Iceland for a full 3 years.
Should Gunnar fail to leave before the winter, and without good reason, his life would then be forfeit to the kinsfolk of the dead.
Do you intend to keep this settlement?
I intend to keep it. Kolskek and I have already secured a passage with Arnvin of Oslo.
I'm glad to hear it.
It seems my uncle's son-in-law will also go abroad.
Thráinn Sigfússon is well advised. That he stood by and watched when Thorth Fridmansson was killed will not soon be forgotten in this house.
No. Is it true that Grím and Helgi have your leave to go to Norway?
Yes. It is high time, although I fear no good can come of it.
Will Skarphédin go with them?
No. Oh, I offered it. Sometimes I think my eldest son is like a wounded eagle. He would like to soar, but some deep hurt prevents him.
Hurt? What hurt?
I don't know. But Gunnar, what of your affairs? Will your sons see to them?
I have entrusted everything to Högni. Grani is too like his mother.
Yes.
Did I tell you? When I returned from killing Thorgeir Otkilsson, she was jubilant. She praised me to the skies.
It was a great feat of arms.
My triumphs are not hers. But later, I understood.
She knew about my prophecy. Gunnar, listen to me now. Do not break this settlement. Now that you have killed twice in the same family, exile is your only hope, and the arbitrator's judgment, harsh as it may seem, could be a blessing in disguise.
Oh, Njal, my dear friend. Do I see your hand in this?
In 3 years, tempers will have cooled, and you will return to Iceland a celebrated man. You will live to a great age, and nobody will equal you. But if you stay now, you will surely die. Why do you smile?
You know my fate, yet spend your life in an attempt to change it. Högni, my home is in your hands.
Yes, Father. I will look after it.
I know you will. Where is your brother?
Grani went out early. He's not come back, but I feel sure it won't...
I see. Tell him I wish him well. Goodbye to you, then.
Goodbye, Father.
Hallgerd, goodbye.
Goodbye, Gunnar.
Tell me, are you more sorry to see me go, or to see me escape?
What a question. Must I answer it?
Perhaps you had better not. Or is it that I know the answer well enough already?
That's for you to say.
Goodbye. Goodbye to you all. Kolskek, are you ready?
Yes. And let us go.
Which way shall we take?
Does it matter? Let's make for the Markar River.
Well, it's a rough road.
It's a rough time. Come.
Gunnar! Are you hurt?
No! The beast stumbled. I felt clear.
But if we keep to the river, we'll have to go at walking pace. Let's cut across the marsh. Gunnar? What are you staring at?
Glitterandy. Look at it, Kolskak, look. How lovely the slopes are, lovelier than I ever remember. Golden cornfields, new-mown hay.
Come.
I am going back home. I will not go away.
Gunnar!
My mind is made up.
You will break the settlement? You know what that means?
I know, but I will not go away. And I wish you would stay also.
No. I'll not dishonor my pledge. Not in this, nor in any other matter where I am trusted. Oh. It seems this is the one thing that can separate us.
My brother, listen. It is not to be avoided. Surely you must see.
What is not to be avoided?
My death. And many other things.
But Njáls said...
I know what Njáls said.
Well then, go abroad, and you will live to a
He said that, but he knows the truth.
That is the truth.
No, the truth is this. He prophesied that if I killed twice in the same family, which I have done...
But then he prophesied again.
No, whatever he said afterwards, he said to try and change the course of fate, because he does not want it to be true. Besides,
what?
If I go with you now, what then? Will my enemies forget? Will mirth forget? Never. When I come home, they will be waiting for me, like embers waiting for dry wood in a breeze. No, I'll stay and take what comes.
Will this never end?
It will do. One day.
But not soon.
No.
How did it ever start?
I don't know. There's a wild thing in men.
Gunnar! What are you doing? You two will never leave if you stand there all day.
In women, too.
Well, I see your mind is made up. I cannot blame you.
Farewell, my brother.
So be it. Tell my kinsman that I never mean to see Iceland again. For I shall hear of your death, and there will be nothing to draw me home.
Go in safety.
I wish that I could say the same to you.
So Kolskek rode away and out of this saga. He went to Denmark, where he was baptized a Christian, and thence he journeyed on to Rome.
From Rome he travelled east to Constantinople and took service with the emperor. There, in the end, he died, an honoured captain of the Varangian Guard.
Farewell, my brother. Farewell.
Gunnar! What keeps you there?
I am not going! I am coming home!
All that autumn and throughout the winter, Gunnar stayed at home, and nobody molested him. The summer came again. At the Althing, Gissur the White proclaimed Gunnar in his absence a full outlaw. Then he summoned Gunnar's enemies, and they planned an attack, deputing Merv of Horf to spy and find an opportunity. Njal called on Gunnar, told him what had been decided, and urged that Skarp Hedin should come to stay with him. But Gunnar would not hear of such a thing. In the autumn, as was his custom, Gunnar sent his men down to the land isles to complete the haymaking. Merv watched them go. Now Gunnar was alone again, except for the womenfolk and his dog, Saum. The killers gathered 40 of them in the night. Hoping to take Gunnar unawares, a man to whom the dog was known lured him away. He and others slew the creature with an axe in a sunken place, but bungled it.
Saum. Saum. Oh, little brother.
Brother, they have used you ill. Perhaps it is my fate to follow you.
Hallgerd! Hallgerd, get up! Go down into the hall, wake the other women. Keep inside the house and out of sight. Now my enemies come on.
Thorgrim the Easterner made the first move. They sent him to make sure Gunnar was at home. In the dawn light, he climbed up to the roof, but as he passed before a window, Gunnar struck him in the belly with his halberd. He fell back to the ground, picked himself up, and strode back to Thorgeir.
Well, man, is he there?
That's for you to find out. But his halberd certainly is.
And with that, he fell dead. Then the siege began in earnest. The attackers could not see Gunnar, but he could see them clearly, and he harried them with bow and arrow till they withdrew.
We are getting nowhere. Merv, have you nothing to suggest?
Yes, yes. We burn him to death in his own house.
Never. No, that we cannot do, even if our lives depended on it.
Well, then, we have ropes. If we can loop them round the purlins, we can pull the roof off.
And with some difficulty, that was done. But still Gunnar held them off with bow and arrow. Now 2 were dead and 8 severely hurt. At last a man called Thorbrand Thorkelsson leapt onto the wall and slashed through Gunnar's bowstring, although it cost him his life, as Gunnar drove his halberd through the man and hurled him to the ground. The rest, not knowing that the bow was useless, momentarily fell back.
Hallgerd! Hallgerd, come up here! Don't let them see you.
What do you want?
Cut off some of your hair, plait me a bowstring. Hurry!
Does anything depend on it?
My life. Here, take my dagger, cut.
No.
Why not?
You struck me once before our household and your friends. I said I would repay the blow. I choose to do so now.
To each his way of earning fame. You shall not be asked again.
With sword and spear and halberd, Gunnar fought the killers off, and many took from that encounter wounds from which they barely lived. At last, exhaustion brought him down. His enemies closed in, yet even then he got away and held them off. But in the end, they killed him. The death of Gunnar was condemned throughout the land, and many people mourned him deeply. Hallgerd and Grani with her were obliged to flee to Griot River, where, in the absence of Thráinn Sigvason abroad, her daughter Thorgerd took her in. Hyrkni raised a mound at Clidorendi to his father, and sat him upright in it. But his halberd was not buried with him. It hung upon a wall inside the house, and only he who was prepared to take revenge for Gunnar might lay hands on it.
Now who shall count the number of the dead since Hallgerd Longlegs came to womanhood? The Tree of Strife has borne abundant fruit, and next year's harvest is assured. Listen. Do you not hear it? Nothing.
Nothing.
And yet the seed of strife comes drifting down.
In The Fire Beneath the Rock, the second part of David Wade's dramatisation of Njáls saga, Bernard Hepton was Njal and Struan Roger Gunnar. Maureen O'Brien was Hallgerd Longlegs, Maggie McCarthy Bergthora, and Robert Denister and Andrew Branch Skarpjedin and Helgi Njalsson. Vincent Brimble was Otkjell Skarfsson, and Brian Miller his advisor Skamkjell. David Googe was Kolskjek, John Church, Thráinn Sigfússon, Alan Barker, Þorgeir Starkarðarsson, and Sean Prendergast, Mörð of Horth. Melkolf was played by Ken Cumberledge, and Gunnar's son Högni by Paul Downing. Other parts were played by Alice Arnold, Donald G. and David King. The narrators were Norman Rodway and Barbara Jefford. The music was by David Chilton and Nick Russell-Pavier. The Tree of Strife is directed by Jeremy Mortimer. The Tree of Strife, dramatized by David Wade from the Icelandic saga The Burning of Njal. With Bernard Hepton as Njal, Robert Glenister as Skarphédin, and Norman Rodway and Barbara Jefford as the narrators. Part 3. The Burning.
Gunnar was dead and buried. Sitting upright in the mound, his kinsfolk raised for him at Cliderendi.
And in the days that followed, it is said, a shepherd and a housemaid courting heard him, as it were in high good humour, chanting verses in the mound.
They brought the news to Njal, who spoke of it to Skarphédin. He took his axe and rode to Cliderendi, which now belonged to Högni Gunnarsson.
That night, under a bright but fitful moon, as they were standing to the south of Gunnar's grave, it seemed to them that the mound was open and that Gunnar had turned round to face the moon. They saw 4 lights within the burial chamber where Gunnar sat, his face exultant. And they seemed to hear a voice that rang out over Fljótshlíð.
Högni's generous father, rich in daring exploits, who so lavishly gave battle, distributing wounds gladly, claims that in his helmet, towering like an oak tree in the forest of battle, he would rather die than yield. Much rather die than yield.
Roused by this vision, Högni ran home, took down Gunnar's ringing halberd, and the pair of them rode northward to Three Hernink. There Skarphédin climbed up onto the roof and started plucking at the turf. Starkath Barkason and Þorgeir, his son, thought it was the sheep and ran out into the yard.
They were not destined to return into the house.
And yet, with Njal's assistance, a lasting settlement was reached with the people of Three Hernink for both these deaths.
The Tree of Strife, it seemed, had ceased to grow. The seasons and the years went by. At last, 5 years since they had gone abroad, 4 years since Gunnar's death, Grím Njálsson and his brother Helgi sailed home from Norway, home to Bergthorskvoll.
With them they brought a tall, fine-looking man with a resplendent head of hair. He wore a rich silk tunic and carried sword and spear inlaid with gold. They introduced him as a trusted and incomparable friend, Kári Salmundarson, the Hebridean.
Kári, you are more than welcome here.
Thank you, sir. I am honored to meet one who bears so great a name.
Let me present you to my wife, Bergthora.
Lady.
Sir, I share my husband's welcome.
And this is my eldest son, Skarphédin.
Ah, I have heard of you. Your brothers swear you are the greatest warrior in Iceland, but prefer to keep it to yourself.
There are some who would question my reticence, if they were alive to do so. Ask them at Three Hernink.
Aye.
Though yes, at heart I am a home lover.
But father, mother, we had better tell you so that you know the sort of man that Kári is. But for him, Grím and I would both be dead.
Come now, Helgi, it was no great matter.
Oh, but it was. Not only had the Hebrideans saved the brothers from a Viking fleet, but from the vengeance of the great Norwegian Earl, Hákon.
The pair had fallen in with Thráin Sigvason.
He who was both Gunnar's uncle and Hallgerd's son-in-law.
And Thráin, for good reason, had incurred the Earl's ungovernable wrath. He slipped away to sea and home, contriving first to shift the blame onto his countrymen. Only Kauri's intercession earned them a reprieve.
There would be no reprieve for Thráin.
At the onset of the winter, the three Njalsons, accompanied by Kauri,
who by now had married Helga, Njal's daughter, and was a member of the family.
These four fell on him and his companions at the Markar River.
With blood to water it, the Tree of Strife shook gently in the wind that blew across the land isles, and its branches crackled with the voice of flames. Njal heard and set about to counter it. He summoned his 3 sons.
Let us sit down. Now then, Ketill of Merk was here while you were in the field. He has persuaded Thráin's brothers to accept a settlement, and I have paid out the amount in full. There is peace between us and the Sigvusons.
If only for the moment.
Don't worry, Father. We shall keep the settlement as long as they do.
Oh, I don't dispute that.
Is that all, Father? I think there must be something else.
There is, and I am coming to it. Thráin, as I'm sure you know, has left a son. He is rising 16 years of age. His name is Hörskuld. Now, Ketill has been speaking to his mother, Thorgerd, and she has agreed that he is to adopt the boy. Hörskuld Thráinsson now lives at Merk.
Oh, I see. And your son-in-law will work to reconcile him to the Njalsons, is that it? Oh, Father, you're a subtle one.
Oh, you have not heard the end. It is not Ketill who will work for reconciliation. It is I. It is you.
We do not understand you.
The boy is legally in Ketill's care. In a little while, I shall approach Ketill and suggest I foster him.
Will Ketill agree?
He already has.
Oh, now I do see. Ketill agrees to what the boy's own mother never would.
Just so. Hörskuld will come here to live. The son of the man you have killed will become one of our family.
And never think of seeking vengeance. Now there is subtlety. Real subtlety.
Does Hörskuld know what happened to his father?
I asked him that.
And?
He knows you killed him, Skarphédin. He said there was no need to bring the matter up again, since compensation had been paid. His answer was better than my question, and I foresee that he will grow up a good man.
Unlike his father.
Quite unlike.
Unlike that witch's grandmother as well, I hope.
As unlike as it is possible to be. So, do I have your backing, all of you? Skarphédin?
My dear father, how could I refuse?
Grím?
With all my heart.
Helgi? Helgi?
You have it, yes.
But?
I seem to have your gift of prescience.
So Hörskuld, son of Thráin, came to live at Bergthorskvoll.
Njal quickly learned to love him dearly, as did his foster brothers, who gladly took him with them wherever they went.
A man called Flosi Thordarson lived at Svinafell, a long way east of the Rang River plains, at the foot of the great Vardner glacier.
Now Flosi had a niece called Hildegun, a woman of great beauty and of spirit. At Bergthorskvoll, the thought of finding a good wife for his new foster son had recently begun to occupy Njal's mind. Accordingly, with Hörskuld and his kin, with Kauri and the Njalsons, he set out for Svinafell.
Well, Hildegun, that is Njal Thorgersson's proposal, and I consider it a good one. Tell me your opinion.
Well, Uncle, I shall say this for a start. I have my pride.
And what does that mean, pray?
It means first that I'm not sure that the proposal suits me, considering the kind of people involved.
What kind of people are involved, in your opinion?
Skarphédin, leave this to me. Hildegund?
No, I will answer your son. Sir, you and your brothers, and you Sigvusons, Kari Solmundarsen, I know nothing of you, good or bad. But for the rest, your reputation is that you are violent and unruly men.
Lady, nobody has ever said that of my foster son.
That is true, Hildegund. We have heard nothing but good spoken of Herskuld Thrawinsson.
I don't deny that. At the same time, he is a man without authority. And, Uncle, you promised me that you would never marry me to a man below the rank of chieftain.
That's true. Well, if you don't want to marry the man, that's reason good enough, and we shall refuse the offer.
I'm not saying I don't want to marry Herskuld. I will do so gladly, just so long as they provide him with a chieftaincy. But otherwise I will not consider it.
So Njal applied himself with craft, and did it all to such effect that Herskuld Thrawinsson became a chieftain. In the second summer after that first ride to Svinefell, the young man, known now as Herskeld Wheatoness Priest, married Hildegund.
The couple lived a year at Bergthorskvoll, till Njal bought them a property at Ossabaer, just west of the Markar River. Both families remained on terms of perfect friendship, and so it went on for a long time.
It was the year 1000 since the birth of Christ. In Norway, Earl Haakon had been murdered, and Olaf Tryggvason was king. He threw off the old faith.
He, St. Olaf that would be, sent Thankbrand, son of the Count of Saxony, to convert the Icelanders.
Njal and his whole household embraced the new faith eagerly. When Skarphédin was told that Michael was God's warrior, he instantly adopted the archangel as his guardian.
And yet the old faith held, and it was only after months of bitter argument that at the Althing there was an agreement. On that day the whole of Iceland became Christian.
The saga now returns to Merv of Horf. About this time his father, Valgard the Grey,
he who all those years ago had married Un in consideration of the double dowry reclaimed for her by Gunnar, her cousin.
Valgard, now an old man, returned to Iceland after spending many years abroad.
So, you have taken the new faith after all. I heard you'd held out against it.
I did until it was proclaimed at the Althing.
You ought to have held out. Look at this. Crosses and such nonsense everywhere. I hate the sight of it.
Don't do that! That's the cross of Christ you've broken.
And did he strike me dead for it? Some powerful god, I must say.
Father, you would do well to take the new faith.
Never.
You're an old man now, and
Too old to abandon the old gods. Besides, what has your Christ done for you?
Well,
listen to me. Since I came home, I have ridden all over the district, and I can hardly recognize it. I went down to Wheatoness to the Rang River Assembly Fields, and what did I find? People coming and going, new booths everywhere, yet ours had fallen into ruin. It's a disgrace. What does it all mean?
I was going to tell you that. They have instituted a fifth court and new chieftaincies. Herskuld Thrawinsson is now Wheatoness priest, and people have withdrawn their allegiance from me and given it to him.
You see? Is that the way your mighty Christ protects you? Is there anything left of our chieftaincy at all? If I'd known you would have let it fall away so feebly, I would never have entrusted it to you.
Father, it's not my fault. The fifth court was no idea of mine.
Then whose was it?
Can't you guess?
Njáls.
Who else? He got the chieftaincy for Herskuld too.
Did he? Merv, listen to me. Our family has suffered quite enough from Njal and from his protégés. First Gunnar, now Herskuld Thrawinsson. As you have been at pains to remind me, I am an old man, and there is little I can do to put things right. But now, I want you to pay back Njal's family in a way that will drag them to destruction.
I'll do what I can, of course, but how am I to do all that?
Listen, and I shall tell you how to go about it.
Soon after this, Merv rode by Höskuld's farm at Oseberg.
God be with you, Merv Valgardsson. How far do you go?
As far as Bergthorskvoll.
I can think of shorter roads from Hof.
I had other business on the way. Tell me, is that the horse Sarpjadin gave you?
That's right. He's splendid, don't you think?
Splendid. Well.
What's the matter with it?
Oh, nothing. He's a very decent colt.
Colt? He's 4 years old.
Is that what they told you? I'd call him a colt, and I know the Njalsons do.
What are you getting at?
They speak freely to me, you know, the Njalsons. That's a colt they've given you because in private they consider you too callow and inexpert to manage anything bigger.
I don't believe you.
As you please. But I don't know how you put up with it.
With what?
Their contempt. Yup. To put it no stronger.
With that, Merv Valgardsson rode on to Bergthorskvoll.
Listen to me, all of you, and I tell you this only because I have your interests at heart. When Herskuld asked you to his feast, he put you all to sleep in an outhouse, didn't he? One farthest from the hall, yes? One that I'm sure you never noticed, but there were faggots piled up all around it. It was only Herkni Gunnarsson's arrival in the middle of the night that prevented Herskuld burning you all to death.
But why should he do that?
Because he thinks that you despise him. Because he has it firmly fixed in his own mind that magnificent young stallion you gave him is nothing but a colt, and that you think him too weak to manage a bigger animal.
But we think nothing of the sort.
Oh, Graham, I'm sure you don't, but there's no reasoning with a man in Höskuld's state of mind.
And so the poisoning began. Though Njal received mirth coldly, his sons would hear no word against him. Not a week went by, but he rode out to Bergthorskvoll or Oseberg.
The Njalsons will kill you if they can. They are consumed with jealousy. When I was here the other day, one of your servants told me how, when you rode out east with them over the Markar River, an axe slipped out from under Skarpjadin's tunic.
That was his wood chopper, and I'd already seen him put it there.
A chopper is as good as any other weapon when it comes to cracking skulls.
Merv Valgardsson, you are an evil man. And as far as I am concerned, you will never say anything against the Njalsons that I am likely to believe.
Yes, you may be right, but what of it? So long as they believe me, that'll be enough, and they will.
I don't doubt it.
What, you consider them more gullible than you, is that it?
Far from it. But among the quantity of lies that you have told me, one thing you said of them is true.
I'm flattered. What was that?
That they are jealous of my chieftaincy.
Is that so? They deny it.
They do not even realize that it is there. But I have seen it. I have also seen that they are jealous of their father's love for me. So that is why I think you will succeed, Merv Valgardsson.
In the autumn of that year, Höskuld rode with Hildegund to Svinefell, where Flossie was to hold a feast. He welcomed them both warmly, but when he heard that Höskuld and the Njalsons were by now estranged, he was extremely troubled, and all the more when Höskuld steadfastly refused to seek a reconciliation or move out of the land isles.
So when the feast was at an end, Höskuld rode home with Hildegund to Oseberg. He wore a scarlet cloak with lacework down the front, a parting gift from Flossie. The Njalsons scarcely spoke a word to him that winter.
Spring came. One fine morning, Höskuld woke up early. He dressed and put on Flossie's gorgeous scarlet cloak. With sword and seed basket, he went out to his cornfield and began to sow. From behind a low fence, the Njalsons, Kauri, and Merv Valgardsson rushed out at him.
Don't trouble yourself to run, Wheaterness priest.
May God help me and forgive you all.
Is he dead?
He's certainly not living.
We'd better go. We must report the killing. Merv, will you come with us?
I think not.
You will be safer with us than at Hof.
I have a better idea. I will ride through Great River to the Sigvurdsons, tell them what's happened, and pretend to be horrified as if I had just heard the news.
What scheme is this? Are you trying
Wait. It's a very good scheme. They will ask me to initiate proceedings, which I shall do.
Against us? Wait a minute.
No, patience, Kauri. If we do as I suggest and keep up the pretense until the owl think, then we can let it be known that I was one of you, and the case against you will be invalidated.
Well, if it will work, do it by all means.
It will work, but meantime, we must be short with one another when we meet, as if we had fallen out. Good luck to you all!
We're going to need luck, certainly. Who will tell Father?
Would he weep like this for us? Or weep at all? But there is some excuse for him. Father, you're an old man now. It's no wonder you take it all to heart.
This is a terrible thing you have done. I tell you truly, I would rather have lost two of you, my own sons, to have Herskell still alive.
We had already guessed as much. It's not been difficult to see of late where your affections lay.
And what else, pray, did you expect when you prefer Mirth Valgardsson to your own kin?
You may not like it, Father, but Mirth has saved our honour and very possibly our lives
Your
as well.
honour! Your lives! Mirth knows nothing about honour. Not his own, not anybody else's, and all you know that! You also know the vicious part he played in Gunnar's death. Yet I have had to watch while he corrupted you with gifts and flattery till you believed him when he slandered your own foster brother.
What makes you so sure that they were slanders?
Because I knew Herskell. I knew he sent Mirth packing when he slandered you. Oh, yes. And as for threatening your lives... But all that troubled you, my sons, was envy. Envy that I had obtained my foster son a chieftaincy. Envy that I married him to Hildegun.
No! Herskell was like a brother to us all before Mirth.
Father, if what you say is true...
It is. It's also true that Herskell said he would rather suffer death at your hands than do you any harm. At least you were generous enough to grant him that.
I bitterly regret his killing.
Regret is one thing, Helgi. Never to have done the deed, another. You killed. Herskell did not, nor ever thought it possible. Now, that is why I loved him, if not the only reason why I weep.
What others do you need?
You ask me that, Skarpedin? Have you, of all people, forgotten how Herskell's father died and why I fostered him? As long as he was living, as long as I upheld his interests, and he was seen to prosper at my hands, there was peace between us and the Sigfusons, but you have ruined that. And much else besides.
What else, Father?
Ask your brother Helgi. He has prescience.
My mind is dark.
Indeed. So let me tell you. My life is forfeit. And your mother's. All of yours. And many more.
Well, as for my life, anyone is welcome to it now. If he can take it.
Father-in-law, what do you foretell for me?
You, Kari. You are the only one amongst us who has any luck. So much, indeed, that you will prove a match for all our enemies.
It was Hildegun who discovered Herskell's body. She woke from cruel and ominous dreams to find that he had left their bed. He was not around the farm. She dressed and went down to the cornfield. There she found him in his splendid scarlet cloak. With this she wiped up all the blood she could, folded the cloak carefully, took it home, and locked it in a chest.
At the death of Herskell, the whole district was in a stir, and his killing was condemned throughout the land. The Njalsons rode to see Ausgrim Elder Grimson, who was not only Helgi's father-in-law, but also father of that Thorhall whom Njal had fostered and to whom he taught the law. They sought his support, and he gave it, but his mind was not easy.
When Florsi heard the news at Svinafell, he was deeply disturbed and angered. But he kept his composure. He summoned a large following and set out for the Althing. His friends all counselled that he seek a settlement. Finally he crossed the Markar River and came to Ossabair.
Poor child. It is only right that you should weep over a good husband. I tell you I would give all that I possess for this never to have happened. The seeds of evil have been sown, and evil will be the harvest.
What redress will you get me, Uncle?
I shall press your claims to the full extent of the law, unless I can conclude a settlement which, in the eyes of all good men, will satisfy every demand of honour.
A settlement? Herskuld would have avenged you with blood if he were in your place now. Our kinsmen have killed for injuries far, far less than this.
I know that. But as things stand, revenge is what will turn out worst for all of us. What are you doing? Hildegard, listen to me.
Do you recognise this cloak?
It is the one I gave to Herskuld.
I give it back to you. Wear it!
What is this? Blood.
His blood.
Girl, you are a monster.
I call upon God and all you good men to witness that I charge you in the name of all the powers of your Christ and in the name of your courage and your manhood to avenge every one of the wounds that marked his body, or to be an object of contempt to all men.
Soon after this, Flossie rode on to the Althing. A little later, the Njálssons and their supporters arrived and manned their booth.
They quickly learned that feeling ran against them, and advised by Ausgrim, immediately set out to find support against their accusers.
But none would promise it. Not Skafti Thorensen, not half the wealthy.
While even those who were inclined to, men like Gudmund the Powerful, changed their minds when they saw Skarp Hjedin, haggard, haunted, truculent, whose ill luck loomed behind him like a ghost.
Next day the action came before the Althing. But Merv had now let slip the news of his involvement in the death of Herskuld, which worked exactly as he had predicted. Thorhald Ausgrimsson, Njáls' foster son, and grown to be as skilled a lawyer as his foster father, at once stood up to claim invalidation of the prosecution's case.
Break up the hearing! All of you to your booths! Arm yourselves! There's only one way now!
No! No! Stay where you are! I appeal to you, Flossie, and you Sigfússons and all our own men. Hear me out! We have reached deadlock and are on the verge of bloodshed. It is not surprising, seeing how all this has grown from an evil seed. But now I want you all to know that I loved Herskuld more dearly than my own sons. And when I learned that he had been killed, it was as if the sweetest light of my eyes had been extinguished. And I cannot bear that such sorrow should lead to war, and greater sorrow still. So now, I beg you, give me a chance to make a settlement over this killing on my son's behalf. It is my desire that the matter go to arbitration by those best fitted to decide upon it.
They granted his desire. Hal of Seatha, Flossie's father-in-law, prevailed upon him, and each party named its arbitrators. They awarded treble compensation, 600 silver ounces, the whole sum to be paid up at the Althing. With difficulty this huge amount was raised and paid into the court. Njal fetched his sons, while Hal went off to summon Flossie.
Listen, all of you. Our troubles have found a happy solution. We have been reconciled with Flossie. All the money is here, and to it I have added these boots and this fine scarlet cloak. When Flossie and the Sigfússons arrive, we shall pledge peace and good faith each side to the other. Skapjedin, Grim, Helgi, Kauritu. I want to ask you now not to spoil all this in any way. What do you find to laugh at, Skapjedin?
They are coming now.
So, we are here. Njal, this is indeed a great sum of money, and handsomely paid as was to be expected.
Who gave this? This garment.
Who gave it? Does none of you here really know who gave a cloak of scarlet silk?
Who do you think gave it?
I suppose it was your father, but whose was the idea?
What's wrong with it?
Scarlet silk.
You must imagine it's a woman's.
Aye, it could be that as well. How's one to know, just like its giver? Who can tell by looking at old beardless which he is, man or woman?
He is man enough to have fathered sons, and we have let few wrongs lie unavenged. You do ill to mock him in his old age. Here, if you do not like the cloak, take these instead. You probably have greater need of them.
What are they? Trousers? Blue trousers? Why should I need trousers?
To save you from the Svinafell troll.
What's that?
Everybody knows you are his mistress, and he uses you as a woman every 9th night.
By the body of Christ! I have had enough! Keep your money! I'll not touch a penny of it! We'll have blood vengeance now, or we'll have nothing!
With that, Flossie strode back to his booth and called a meeting of his supporters in the Almanna Gorge that runs behind the Law Rock. There they swore that they, before the winter came, would attack the Njalsons with fire and the sword, and not withdraw till all of them were dead.
Bergthorskvoll in summertime. An island lapped by a sea of green grass stretching out on every side. South to the shore, east to Eyjafjalla, west to the Thjors River, north to Thrihirning that rises like a jagged axe into the sky. The endless days of summer glide away in sun and cloud and showers. Time pretends to be eternity. But there are portents. In Thjors Riverdale, a young man sees the witch ride. One day at Bergthorskvoll, Bergthaura's foster mother, Sayun, old and second-sighted, takes up a cudgel and runs out of the house.
What's the chickweed done to you, grandmother? Why are you beating it?
Kindling? Kindling! Take it away! Throw it in the stream! Burn it before it burns you! Do as I say, boy!
Leave it, Granny. If that's how it's to be, they'll find something else to finish
Burn
us.
it, I tell you! Burn it! Burn it! Burn it!
8 weeks before the start of winter, on a Sunday morning, Flossie had Mass said and gave instructions for the household in his absence. Then, with many who had pledged themselves to him, he rode west from Svinafell, reaching Thrihirning late upon the second day. All but one of his remaining followers joined him there. Some beggar women saw them passing by and bore the news to Grim and Helgi at Halar, where their children were fostered. They made for home at once, arriving just before the evening meal was at an end.
I tell you, this is the last meal I shall serve to my household.
Mother, don't say what you don't know.
I knew that you and Helgi would come home tonight. In the same way I know this. Eat.
How strange. I seem to see this whole room in front of me, and both the gable ends are down, and there is blood all over the table and the food.
Quiet! Quiet, all of you, none of this. Our behavior will be judged by stricter standards than others. And that is how it should be.
Friends, none of us should go to bed tonight.
When Flossie and his men reached Bergthorskvoll,
They waited for a long time in the Bergeness galley. Then, tethering their horses, walked toward the house. They found Njal, his sons, and all the other men drawn up outside.
Well, Kjetil, how many are they?
I make it 29 or 30.
We shall have a hard time if they choose to stay there.
What else can they do? But this would turn out a sorry enterprise if we didn't dare attack.
Oh, we shall attack one way or another, never fear.
Well, Skarpjedin, how many do you think they are?
I can't be certain. But they're strong and tightly knit, that's sure enough. Although I think they do not like the look of us.
I want everyone to go indoors.
What? Indoors? Father, no!
Yes, I say.
But why?
We shall be safer.
We shall be trapped.
Shall we? Gunnar held them off inside the house at Liderendi, and he was all alone. If he could do that, how much more?
Father, Gunnar's situation was completely different. When Morth suggested burning him, Thorgeir wouldn't hear of it. But these people won't hesitate to burn us if they can't destroy us any other way. Because if we escape, it will cost them their lives.
Then maybe it is better we should not.
Not escape? Father, I tell you, I for one have no wish to suffocate like a fox in its den.
What is it? What's the matter?
Father wants us all to go indoors, and I'm saying that's the way to suicide.
Is this true?
Quite true. Listen to me. We are doomed men. There is no more we can do.
Then let us do as our father wishes. That will be best for all of us.
Let's go in. Oh, well, I don't mind pleasing my father by burning with him. I am not afraid to die. Kauri, will you stay with us?
Of course. Unless fate wills it otherwise.
If it does, then avenge us. And we will do the same for you if we survive.
Count on me.
They've gone inside. Now they're doomed. Ah! All of you! Form up round the doors! Ah!
They did as Flossie ordered them. But Kauri and the Njalsons made a sortie, killing one of them and wounding several more.
Kjetil, we're getting nowhere.
We might do better if some of those who pledged themselves would show a little fight.
What do you suggest?
I don't know.
I'll tell you what I think. Either we abandon the attack, which will cost us our reputations and our lives, or we must set fire to the house and burn them to death.
Flossie, no! How can we do that?
It is a grave responsibility before God, I know, since we are Christian men, but that is what we must do.
So they lit fires before the doors. But the women came out with pails of whey and doused them. Then they tore their way into the loft above the hall, brought in the dry chickweed, which still lay where old Sayun had beaten it, and put a torch to it.
Be of good heart, all of you. Don't be afraid. This is nothing but a passing storm. It will be long before there is another like it. Put your trust in God, for he will not let us burn in this world and the next. Flossie! Flossie! Are you near enough to hear me?
I hear you.
Would you still consider an agreement with my sons?
I will make no terms with them.
Then will you let any of our people leave the house?
The women, children and servants may come out if they wish.
Do you hear that? All of you. The women, children and servants, you may leave. Hurry now. Kauri, give your son to Helga. Thord, go to your mother.
No, I don't want to.
Yes, child, you are to be taken out. You are not to burn.
But Grandmam, you promised. You too, Grandfather, you promised I should never leave you.
My darling, we are going to die.
I'm not afraid. I want to stay. I'd rather die with you.
Kauri, you take him.
Come, my son.
Come now.
Thorhalla, Helgi, what's this pantomime?
Helgi,
Father,
leave.
I'm going outside with the women. Will I pass for one?
It may serve.
If I escape, I'll avenge you all.
Well, God go with you. Farewell.
Farewell. Thorhala, pull the scarf tight around my face. Cover my beard.
Yes. Come on.
Njal, you hear me? I hear? What is it? You come out as well. No, Flossie. I shall stay where I am. I'm too old. I'm no further use in this life. Then you, Thora, you come out.
No!
I beg you!
I was given to Njal in marriage. I promised him then that we would share the same fate. I shall keep that promise.
As you wish. Steward.
Sir?
Is everybody gone?
Yes, sir.
That's no woman! Seize him! Seize him! Helgi Njáls! Skarphédin! Yes? Tell me what has happened to your brother. Flossie has cut off his head. Oh, God rest him.
Grandfather,
Thorf, I said you were to go.
please.
Kari, your son is still here.
He will not go. I will not force him.
So be it. Bergthora, go to our bed closet and take Thorth with you. I will come presently. Steward, we have a new ox hide somewhere.
In the second stall.
Then fetch it. Lay it over us, my wife, my grandson, and myself. Take note of where we are. Then you will know where to look for us when this thing is over.
Njal, with your permission, I should like to stay.
My orders are that you are to leave with the others. Now, bring the hide. Bergthora, Thord, are you both there?
Yes.
Yes, Grandfather.
Lie down between us, child.
I see Father's going to bed early. But there, he's an old man.
O God, into thy hands we commit our spirits. In this, the hour of our death, do thou have mercy on us. Amen.
Skarphédin! Skarphédin, are you hurt? No, it didn't touch me! Then listen, we can use that great beam to escape. It's almost burnt through. It'll hold us. Go on, run, and I'll come after you. You go first. I'll be on your heels. Go! All right. And when you get out, turn into the smoke. I'll run toward the stream and wait for you. Good luck to you, Kari Solmundarson. Avenge us all! You both do that!
Kari took a blazing brand and ran up the sloping, smoking beam. His clothes and hair caught fire, but he hurled the brand among the people waiting, and they scattered. He leapt down off the wall and disappeared into the smoke. No one saw him go. He reached the stream, put out his burning clothes, then ran on till he found a hollow where he rested. Skarphédin made to follow him.
Michael, fight for me now, or take my soul!
The angel heard his second prayer, for when he reached the middle of the beam, it gave way under him. He fell back, scrambled to his feet, then groped his way along the wall until he found his brother, Green. They tried to stamp the flames out, but they were too fierce, and in the middle of the room, Green dropped down dead. Then all the roof fell in, and Skarphédin, his axe still in his hand, was pinned against the gable end.
Outside the house, Flossie and his men waited until full daylight. The flames died down, the smoke thinned, and as they sat and watched, a horseman came toward them.
Good day to you. And to you? What is your name?
I'm Hermann. I am kin to the Sigvusons. You have taken drastic action here.
People will say so. They will call it evil, too. But nothing can be done about it now.
Who has died in the house?
Njal Thorgerson, his wife Bergthora, all the Njalsons, Skarphédin, Helgi Grim, Kauri Solmundarson and his son Thorth, as well as others we do not yet know of.
Then I must tell you, one of those you list among the dead is to my certain knowledge still alive.
Who is that?
Kauri Solmundarson. I spoke with him at dawn. His hair was badly burnt, so were his clothes, but he himself was more or less unscathed.
Where is he now?
My neighbor lent him a horse and he rode north.
Was he armed?
He had a sword. He called it Life Taker. Its edge was all blue from the fire and soft. But he said he would soon harden it in the blood of the burners.
Then there is little hope that we shall ever be left in peace. No doubt Kauri is already gathering a force against us. It is my suggestion that we ride away from here as soon as possible.
They rode to Svinafell, where Flossie lodged them all. He was never heard to boast of what they had done, and he never showed the slightest trace of fear. Winter came. Soon after Christmas, Flossie set out to seek support among the northerners and in the East Fjords. He had been plagued by terrifying dreams, in which a fearful apparition summoned many of his followers by name.
As for Kauri, sleep had utterly forsaken him. The burning never left his memory. One day, with some companions, he rode to visit Mörth Valgardsson at Horf, reminded him in forceful terms of his despicable behavior, and forced him to initiate a case against the burners.
So Merv took on the action against Flossie at the Althink of the summer following Njal's death, and people were surprised to see how he, with Thorhall Ausgrimsson as his advisor, displayed so much resourcefulness and energy.
But then, from start to finish, this was an Althink never to be forgotten.
Flossie could find no one to defend him. At last, however, Eyjolf Bölverksson agreed to speak in his defense, but only after a substantial golden bracelet had changed hands.
Before the court, the fortunes of the case went one way, then the other, with Eyjolf using every stratagem he knew to undermine the prosecution.
But every time he did so, Thorhall Ausgrimsson, although a fearful inflammation of the leg confined him to his bed, sent Merv instructions how to turn it upside down.
The prosecution against Flossie seemed secure, but then Mörth Valgardsson, led into it by wily Eyjolf, committed a disastrous blunder. The action against Flossie was dismissed, the prosecution threatened with outlawry.
Kauri, what now? Has my son no solution?
Indeed he has. Thorhall has come into the court.
But he could hardly walk.
He launched his own leg with a spear and then killed one of Flossie's people with it.
What?
I'll scream it would be a disgrace if it fell to a lame lawyer to avenge the burning.
Never. We shall attack them at once.
So began the battle at the Althink. Before it ended, before the two sides could be separated, Flossie had been wounded and his forces were in full retreat.
Among the many dead they laid out in the church was Eyjolf Bölverksson, with Kauri's spear right through him, the great gold bracelet he had had from Flossie glowing on his bloody wrist.
And yet a settlement was reached, and compensation paid for all who died at Bergthorskval.
With one exception, Kauri's son.
Kauri Solmundarson, is it to be understood by the court that you seek no settlement in respect of your son?
It is. I will settle things in my own way, and with the aid of Njal's kinsman Thorgeir Skorageir.
The court cannot compel you. Now, can Flossie and the other burners hear me? We can hear. Then know this. It is also the sentence of this court that you go into exile on pain of outlawry, if you do not leave Iceland within 3 years. Flossie, you may not return within another 3, and that applies to the remainder of you, with these 4 exceptions. Grani Gunnarsson, Gunnar Lampason, Gloom Hildason, Kol Thorsteinsson. are never to return at all.
The Althing ended. Everyone rode home and filled the winter nights for years to come with tales of what had happened there.
Only the burners did not dare ride home, but once again followed Flossie east to Svinafell, stopping briefly, fearfully, to give instructions at their farms, then hurrying on again. The wolves were after them, and they who were themselves once wolves, now huddled like a flock of nervous sheep.
Relentlessly, alone or with companions, Cowrie hunted them. 5 fell at Caerlinkerdale.
5 more at the Scarft River.
Now Flossie and the burners sailed abroad, and Cowrie very soon went after them. In Orkney he found Gunnar Lampasson. It was Christmas Day, and he was standing in Earl Sigurth's hall bragging of the burning.
His story was not destined to reach its end.
Another 15 of the burners fell in battle, fighting against the Irish High King, Brian Boruma, at Clontarf.
At least it spared them Cowrie's vengeance.
Of all the burners, Cole Thorsteinsson alone now remained with Flossie. He met his death when Cowrie found him buying silver in a town in Wales. He sent a message to his one remaining enemy.
My lord, he said to let you know that Cowrie Solmundarson has killed Cole Thorsteinsson. His words were, I give notice that I am responsible for this killing.
I am obliged to you. Have Cole's body properly laid out. I will give you money for his burial.
Are we not to seek his killer, my lord?
No. There are few men to equal Cowrie Solmundarson. He is the man of all the world whom I would most like to resemble in character.
Soon after this, Flossie sailed across the Channel, and landing on the Norman coast, set out on foot for Rome.
There he was received in audience by the Pope and accorded absolution at his hands, in recognition of a large sum of money.
He travelled north again and was received with honour everywhere. At last, the 3 years of his exile being spent, he sailed again for Iceland. Making land at Hornafjord, he rowed home west to Svinafell.
And Cowrie? He too walked from Normandy to Rome. He too was absolved and then returned to Iceland. A hard voyage he and his companions had of it, for it was already autumn, and their ship was smashed to pieces in a storm. But they came safe ashore at Ingolshead, and walked from there through driving snow the little way to Svinafell.
Who is there?
Flossie. Cowrie Solmundarson. Come in, man. Come in, all of you. Cowrie, sit here, warm yourself. Steward, malt and ale, bring dry clothes.
Well, Flossie, I heard you had been in Rome when I was there.
My heart is suddenly too full to speak. Yes. We are men who have been through a great storm.
As you see.
No, I meant...
I know what you meant.
A storm of our own making.
It was our fate.
Fate is our own making. It is what we are.
Oh, yes.
But you and I have come through.
This time and this far.
The evil seed has shriveled.
Shriveled, but not died.
It never dies. We must remember that. Here. Take my hand. You'll stay the winter, won't you? Steward, where's the ale?
Cowrie stayed. He soon learned that his wife, Helga, Njal's daughter, had died during his absence, leaving him with 3 daughters to bring up. Flossie gave him in marriage his niece, the lovely Hildegun, widow of Herskuld Wheatoness priest, whom he and Skarpjedin and Grím and Helgi had done to death. By her he had 3 sons, and the eldest he named Flossie.
This is how men say Flossie Thordarson died. When he was an old man, he went abroad to fetch himself some house timber. He spent the winter in Norway, and next summer he was late in getting ready to sail. People warned him that his ship was not seaworthy, but Flossie replied that it was good enough for a doomed old man. He boarded the ship and sailed out to sea. Nothing was ever heard of that ship again.
And there we end the saga of the burning of Njal.
In The Burning, the final part of David Wade's dramatisation of Njal's saga, Bernard Hepton was Njal and Robert Glenister Skarpjedin. Crawford Logan was Flossie Thordarson, Alan Barker Ausgrim Elida Grimson, Sean Prendergast Murd of Horf, Jimmy Yule Kauri Solmundarsson, and Maureen O'Brien Hallgerd Longlegs. Herskuld Thráinsson was played by Jonathan Tafler, Hildegun by Victoria Carling, Thráin Sigfusson by John Church, Valgarth by John Moffatt, Helgi and Grím Njalsson by Vincent Brimble and Andrew Branch, and Young Thorð by Sam Bennett. Other parts were played by John Bull, Paul Downing, Joe Dunlop, Donald G., David King, Brian Miller, Simon Linnell, Danny Schiller, and Ian Targett. The narrators were Norman Rodway and Barbara Jefford. The Tree of Strife was adapted from a translation by Magnus Magnusson and Hermann Pálsson. The music was by David Chilton and Nick Russell-Pavier, and technical presentation was by Peter Novis, Sarah Rosewarne, Anne Bunting, and Keith Graham. The director was Jeremy Mortimer.